Something is amiss. But hi, everybody. Hey, Scott. Hey, Lemmy. Do I sound like how I normally sound? Speaker input. What is it set to? Input is set to. No, this is wrong. Yeah. Why is that wrong? Oh, right. Because the microphone's not plugged into the right computer. All right, hold on. Okay. All right. Now do I sound like how I normally sound? I'll say, hey, Mac. Hey, Quickie Joe. Sounds good now. Okay, cool. Yeah. Thanks, Schwartz. Quickie Joe, I have not forgotten about you. I have not reached out because I have not been in the swing of things, but I need to reach out and talk to you at some point. Reach out to Quickie Joe about art stuff. Yeah, it's good to be back. And I try to be organized. I find that it helps me stay on task, especially writing notes about what it is I'm doing at any given time. Speaking of notes about what I'm doing, I have to write the today command. So goal for today is to get adventurers and workers to move how you might expect by respecting terrain and not moving diagonally. After that, the goal is to to work on the quest system. So yeah, today's gonna be about pathfinding and quest stuff. Let me try something really fast just to make sure this is working. Engage privacy mode. Okay, yeah, that worked. All right, yeah. Whenever voice commands don't work, it's an indication that I've got the wrong microphone plugged in. Anyway, okay, so I have never done this before, but I've never looked into Godot pathfinding, and let's see what this is all about. I don't have any outstanding changes. I'm on main. We're up to date. Yeah. 2D navigation overview. Godot provides multiple objects, classes, and servers to facilitate grid-based or mesh-based navigation and pathfinding for 2D and 3D games. Quick overview of all available navigation-related objects in Godot and their primary use. Okay. Yeah, I gotta get straight to work. Otherwise, why am I streaming? A star 2D provide an option to find the shortest path in a graph of weighted points. Best suited for cell-based 2D gameplay that does not require actors to reach any possible position within an area, but only predefined distinct positions. This is interesting. I always wondered how RTSs did their pathfinding, because you've got sometimes like hundreds of units that need to move, and the units themselves, well, the maps are pretty large. There's got to be some caching that happens in RTSs and some pre-calculation as well. In fact, I think exporting StarCraft maps a long time ago would say something like figuring out paths. It's not going to matter too much for this game. The thing about this game that we need to keep in mind is that there is a way to change the collision by upgrading a building. So for example, the storeroom, a character should not be able to walk onto these. And when you upgrade the storeroom, more of those come in. So we can't just bake in navigation to something. We need it to be aware of objects. But for now, we're just learning about what's even available. So Navigation Server 2D provides a powerful server API to find the shortest path between two positions on an area defined by a nav mesh. The Navigation Server is best suited for 2D real-time gameplay that does require actors to reach any possible position within a navigation mesh-defined area. Mesh-based navigation scales well with large game worlds, as a large area can often be defined with a single polygon when it would require many grid cells. The navigation server holds different navigation maps that each consist of regions that hold navigation mesh data. Agents can be placed on a map for avoidance calculation. RIDs are used to reference internal maps, regions, and agents. Okay, well, of the two, navigation server sounds better than A star since we need to reach any possible area, but maybe there's an even better thing. Expensive, hello. Keep forgetting what I've put in for channel rewards and stuff. There's always some doofy like waste your points reward. Well, I usually end up refunding them anyway. Following scene tree nodes are available as helpers to work with this. Holds a navigation polygon resource that defines a nav mesh. Region can be enabled or disabled. Use in pathfinding can be further restricted through navigation layers bitmask. Interesting. And it will join the nav meshes of regions by proximity for combined nav mesh. Yeah, so this is one way we could do things. If I were to do things with a nav mesh, we'd go into the town and I guess this, and we would draw regions on like everything, I guess. Another way of potentially doing this is maybe the tile map. We could set collision through there and somehow let it figure this out. I don't know. Maybe let's scroll ahead really fast. Oh, that's it. It's just those two. Okay, so then I guess we're going with navigation regions and stuff. I thought there were going to be like 3 or 4 ways. A node that connects two positions on navigation meshes over arbitrary distances for pathfinding. The link can be enabled or disabled. It can be made one way or bidirectional. Further restricted through navigation layers. Yeah. Man, why is it so hard for me to figure out how to ban people all the time? Thank you, Toulouse. And hey, Toulouse. I gotta right click the name. I thought I did that. All right, helper node used to facilitate common navigation server 2D API calls for pathfinding and avoidance. Use this node with a node 2D inheriting parent node. What? Okay, that I don't totally understand, but this is probably the actual characters would get a navigation agent 2D. And then a node that can be used to affect and constrain the avoidance velocity and of avoidance enabled agents. Does not affect pathfinding of agents. You need to change the navigation meshes for that instead. Okay, I'm not sure I understand that. Hi, and back to me. Sorry, take care. Enjoy your meetings. And then a resource that holds nav mesh data provides polygon drawing tools to allow defining navigation areas inside the editor as well as at runtime. You can see how 2D navigation works in action with grid-based navigation and A-star 2D. Check out the demo on the asset library. Okay. This is their A-star example, but they mentioned here cell-based 2D gameplay that does not require actors to reach any possible position, only predefined distinct positions. All right, well, I'll keep doing some more research and looking into this stuff. We'll eventually just kind of figure out what to do here. So what's this one? Check out this demo in the asset library. So this is, I guess, the ability to go anywhere in these areas. I also wonder how fast this is. Path between 2 points and traverses the resulting path. Let's view the files. What do we have here? Navigation.gd. Is that the entirety of this game? Use call defer to make sure the entire scene tree nodes are set up. Else yield on physics frame. Might get stuck. Set up nav server. So make a map. Set it to active. Create a region and add it to the map. Set transform. Set map. Sets navigation mesh for the region. This is pulled in from the editor. Region set nav poly. Get tree physics frame. Okay. Move along path. Get path. Okay. A lot of this stuff seems pretty straightforward. The problem is, like I said, I don't want to draw out a bunch of polygons for everything. I want it to pull from what the tile map has. And there's probably a way to do that. Maybe there's a way to, well, I don't know. Let's keep looking. So navigation region, define the movable navigation area. Click bake navigation polygon. Add a character body 2D, add a navigation 2D node. Add the following script. Then there's like a ton of other things we have here. Optimizing navigation performance. Interesting. Hey, Rick. Oh, actually, speaking of vacation, I should probably write some different things in here. In Skeleseller, read a tiny bit about Adam's vacation using the vacation command. All right, that relaunch update is triggering me. I guess we could. I guess we could click it. I don't think I have anything important open in Chrome, and if I do, I'll just blame you. Relaunched update. All right, there. I can't see chat during this time, but it should be pretty quick. Nope, it's popping up. Sure, blame chat. I mean, I wouldn't have updated, at least not right then. I don't think it opened up the nav mesh thing. I had that tab open and I don't see it anymore. Oh well. All right. Well, let's take a look at Godot pathfinding with tile map. I wonder what they recommend for this. Is this gonna load? Pathfinding on a tile map with navigation 2D. All right, a demo of pathfinding, building maps. Our goal will be to find the shortest path between two cells on our tile map. We will use Godot's in-engine A-star 2D. Load all cells into it and set the cell connections. Then use the object to query for and return the list of in-order cells. Oh man, okay, well, Hemodynamic bind. I think this will work. I'm still not sure which one I'd prefer to use for this. I guess making a dynamic mesh is going to be super annoying. And maybe doing this is going to be annoying too. Let's take a look at how they do this. Uses a point ID number hash to store its coordinates rather than a direct call to cell coordinates. Jump between cell IDs and cell coordinates as you expand your code to be more robust. You can request cell coordinates corresponding to a point ID and vice versa. Trying to lock pathfinding onto a grid. I don't think so. We have the tile map, and the tile map is going to probably have the majority of the collisions, but then we also have things like the storeroom, which can be upgraded, and as it gets upgraded, these become collision objects. And I guess with either of the navigation things, we can accommodate those. Although we would need to like reform polygons if we use a nav mesh. That's almost certainly what this demo is doing. Yeah, yeah. I guess when I think about what collisions we're going to have, there's collisions with the map, which is a tile map. There's the item displays, which are they're not part of the tile map. And then maybe would there be anything else? Maybe other dynamic objects like fountains or rocks or something like that. I'm not totally sure, but yeah, I've never looked into Godot navigation stuff, so we're gonna just kind of test some things out and see what works. So yeah, I'm still in the research phase here. All right, use inherent get used cells function, return an iterable list of your populated cells. Where is get used cells? I feel like this is inside of a class, but they didn't say what the class is. It might be a tile map that has this. No, it's not. What? Where is this thing? Get used cells, or did they define it? What? Where does this exist? Weird. I don't like this post so far, but next. Oh man, Just when I think the coughing is done. We need to connect all the cells within the A-star map. Thankfully, this is simple enough in the script. Issues determining which cells traversable neighbors in my tile map. All right, maybe we should just test this stuff out. Lock stuff to a hex grid. Nav mesh is more useful when characters can move in any direction. Yeah, I think locking stuff to a grid is the majority of what we're going to be doing here. But yeah, I guess it would be tough if we could put an item display at any arbitrary point. Like we have, this isn't even the tile map. Where is the, oh, it's just the grid doesn't correspond to this. How do we get that to change? Configure snap, grid step 16 by 16. I do not remember how big these tiles are. No, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're 16 by 16. Is there an offset on the town then? Why does this look weird? No, those tiles line up. The crate doesn't seem to. Oh, maybe the crate was manually placed there. Where are the shops? Here they are. Ah, yes, it was just manually placed there. Yeah, so that's going to be one of the issues, which is if we want things to be off this grid a little bit, we still need to find some way to make them collidable. Well, let's see. Oh, this is just a video. Yeah, I'll probably start with the A-star stuff. Excuse me. Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. This is like debilitating coughing. I'll be right back. I gotta grab some medicine or something. This isn't gonna work. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. I know that BRB screen is broken. Well, I now know that it's broken. I don't think I knew that it was broken before that. I took half of the dose of medicine. All right, let's see. Fix the BRB countdown in OBS. Man, I wasn't coughing this much yesterday. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Hey, half. Yeah, so let's go figure this out. Let's go try this out. Godot, A-star. Yeah, this. Implementation of A-star for finding the shortest path between two vertices on a connected graph in 2D space. All right, so this is going to help, but there was something I found online earlier. Pathfinding. I want to look through the rest of... Yeah, this. I want to look through the rest of this. A-star 2D. They don't have anything else here for that, I guess. Yeah, using navigation paths, agents, obstacles, links, layers. Navigation debug tools? Oh, cool. That's probably helpful. And then what about this? Common navigation related performance problems can be categorized in the following. Parsing scene tree nodes for navigation mesh baking. baking the meshes, path queries, actual path search, and synchronizing the nav map. Yeah, this is if you're using the navigation server. All right, well then, yeah, I guess let's just get started with the A-star stuff. Okay, so how I think I want to start this is I want to bake in some collision into the map. Like maybe we say that these gray tiles can't be touched, and then try to pathfind between these two sections. Maybe the easiest thing to do is make it so that I can control a character manually and just give them a point for where to go. That might be the best. So I guess let's start with that. Let's also figure out where I even am in the task over here. I know this is a lot of like boilerplate stuff I've been talking about. Do we have the pathfinding stuff? Quest follow-up work? No, where is it? Walk. Make them walk to the next stage in battle. Collision. Yeah, this. All right, we're going to put this in progress, which means we need it in the current iteration and assign to me. And now we see this here. All right, at the time of writing, entities walk in straight lines to wherever they're going and ignore any obstacles. We need collisions, pathing, and cardinal movement. Yeah, so I think step one is going to be add in a test character that will move to wherever I click, and then try adding in A-star 2D, A-star 2D to get collisions with the map, and then try modifying the collisions so that item displays are respected, and then get all agents to pathfind. Is there a navigation layer on the tile map? I have not added one. I didn't know if it's something that's... Oh. Navigation visibility mode. Interesting. Navigation enabled. Oh, interesting. Why does this not have what does that even mean? Tile map Godot navigation? Navigation on tile map in Godot 4. All right, let's skip this for now. I just want to find the official documentation for this. Navigation. Huh. Get layer navigation map, get navigation map. Interesting. Set navigation map. Show or hide the meshes. If, this doesn't sound like it'd be using the A-star way of doing things, but that doesn't really matter. I guess let's start with the simple thing that I wanted to do originally here. Let's go to town and let's create the first hire adventurer. All right, so this is going to hire the rogue, and the rogue is just going to randomly move around. Yeah. So there they are. Now I don't want them to randomly move around. I want to control them. So we could just go into adventurer and get rid of the state machine that we have. Yeah. There. So now they'll just be stuck somewhere. Let's try that. And then we make it so that we can right click and make them go to a spot. Yep, there they are. Now there's no concept of them ever standing still before this, which is why they still look like they're walking. We're going to eventually probably need idle animations. Oh, actually, we don't have idle animations. Well, maybe we could just like scale 0.95. No, that looks stupid. we probably need sprite-based animation for that. You can imagine like a thin table where an agent can theoretically occupy either side, but they can't directly cross to one side from the other. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not totally sure what we're gonna do about all this yet. And if it looks kind of good enough, then that might be fine. I don't know if we need this to be perfect, but yeah, I'll see. Okay, so now they're not moving and we want to get them to move. So I guess let's just code this directly into Adventurer. So I'll say private vector to destination. Yeah. All right, then I need to figure out when you right click. Where do we have clicking stuff? Right click pressed. This was a button that did this. GUI input. Maybe we can just copy this. Now let's put this here. Oh, nodes don't have a GUI input. What do they have? They have, there should be something with input here. What? Oh, maybe it's just process input. It's a lifecycle thing. Public override input. Yeah, here it is. Unhandled input. It doesn't really matter what level we do this at because this is just for testing right now. All right, so if event, is there some like is mouse event? Yeah, something like this. So if you pressed, then set the destination to something. Let's just say gd dot print clicked, and then delete all this. All right, so whenever I click, it should, yeah, it says clicked over here. Good. So we're going to use that to set a destination. However, we need to know what our destination is in world coordinates. And I think the camera had something for doing this. Get local mouse position. Yeah, except for this might need to take in, oh, this shouldn't all be here. This might need to take in the camera into account. So yeah, I'm not totally sure I'm going to do that. Also, there's a random change we got to make, which is get rid of var in camera.cs. I don't know how I left these in here, but totally fine. All right, so adventurer, instead of just clicked, we're going to say get local mouse position. And this should be a vector 2, right? Yeah, vector 2 position equals this, destination equals position, clicked plus pause. There we go. Hey, Syntonic. How you doing? You know, I was just thinking this morning, I never actually uploaded our interview onto YouTube, and I need to do that. And the reason why I've been dragging my feet is I just never felt like recording the intro for it. I should really just do it on the day of the interview. All right, is this working? Yeah, it looks like it is. Yeah, it looks like it's working. Why does the zoom not seem to matter? I guess because of the local position? Oh well. Okay, now let's make the character move to that position. So we have process here. I'll just say, yeah, position not equal to destination, direction, sure, whatever. It wrote out some code for me. All right, so now we can click and get them to move. And then they walk back for some reason. This is also, there's a lot of stuff that's weird about this. I'm actually moving to where I click. And then they're like walking backwards. Oh, because zooming in is counting as a click. Oh, I need to make this just be left click. Where'd that go? Yeah, input. And input button index equals left. There we go. That might fix some of this. All right, yeah. Still a little weird in that it's going to the wrong position. Huh. Coordinate system must be different. Because I can't think of any other reason why this would be happening this way. Destination minus position unnormalized, position plus equal to, yeah. Yeah, this all looks fine. Although I want to increase the speed. The problem is still this. Destination. I guess the issue is I don't know exactly what the coordinate system is here. Where is 0, 0? 0, 0 is... Oh, wait, something weird is happening here. When I click, it's bouncing between like -17 and -69. But I'm clicking the same spot. Oh, I might be dragging? No, like this, for example. What is going on? Huh. Yeah, I saw the Echoes of Wisdom trailer. I think I'm going to end up buying that game. It looks very interesting. I think I'll probably get Metroid Prime 4 as well. I never really got into the Mario and Luigi series all that much. Like, they look like well-made games. I don't know if I'd have fun exactly with them. I am so confused about why this is bouncing back and forth. It means that get local mouse position is changing for some reason. And this is in the Adventurer. I don't know why that would happen. Local coordinate system. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe I don't want to get local mouse position. Can you filter for an event when it's only mouse button up? I can, yeah. I have it set to pressed right now. I could just have not pressed. So this is only when I left click like down. And hey, Numitus. Anyway, maybe this shouldn't even be this. Maybe this should be like get global mouse position. Oh, yeah, that seems to do it. Okay, well, there's that. Yeah. All right, so we got a character moving around. They're not respecting any part of the terrain yet, but that's okay. And then let's have it so that when they make it to their destination, because this whole thing about if it's not equal to, it's never really going to be equal to. We could just get like distance to destination, float distance to destination, and then just let AI do it for us. And if the distance is less than or if it's greater than the speed, I guess, and we'll say speed equals 150, and then set this here. I think that'll work. Which means now they'll just get kind of close enough to the destination. No, wait, 150 is 150 pixels. I want it to be not that. I guess this divided by delta. Yeah, I think that'll do it. No. Oh, because dividing by delta is not what I wanted. I want times delta. Yeah. But magnetic bind link this in anyway. Is equal approximate. How is this coded? Is equal approximate. Within a small internal epsilon of each other. Huh. Interesting. Isn't it just the sprite size? You could do it that way. I was doing it based on the speed that they were moving at, which the way I just did this now should work how I expect. But I could just use it is approximately equal. Yeah, this is working. So now they no longer jitter when they get to the destination. But we could have replaced this with is approximately equal. If position dot is equal approx to destination. So if it's not equal, then do this. And we'll just comment that out. Also, hi Toolshed. Welcome to the stream. Yeah. No, wait, this doesn't work. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, whatever. I'll just go back to the code I had. All right, so we got step 1 done. That was the easy part. Where did my steps go? Here. So add in a test character that'll move to wherever I click. Now try adding an A-star 2D to get collisions with the map. So we can get this from a tile map somehow? What is an A-star 2D? Like how do we give it the list of points? Add point. And connect points. Okay, so does tile map have a way of doing that? There's some navigation here. I don't think this is with A-star though. I think this is with meshes. Yeah, I think it's with meshes. I wonder then, can we show this? Visible navigation. What happens when I do that? I never actually set collision for anything, so it's possible it just doesn't show anything. Yeah, no, it does not show anything. I wonder then what happens when we make something collidable. So let's make, I don't know, let's put a foreground layer. Let's put this tree in here. And then let's give the tree some collision. Tile set, that tree. There should be collision here somewhere, right? I do not remember how to do this. Yeah, I don't remember how to do this. Well, good thing I wrote some notes on this. Godot engine? Tile map? Tile map, basic usage. I think this changed. Yeah, I think this changed. The place where you make tiles, though, is apparently where you do this. Which is here. But then there's no collision thing here anymore. Yeah, I don't know how this is done in the new editor. ID3 edit, interesting. Texture margins. Okay, well, let's look it up. Godot tile map set collision. We need a physics layer. I don't actually have one right now. What? Where is that? Tile set has it. Oh, there we go. Physics layer. Add element. There's also navigation layer. I don't have an element there. I guess I don't need a physics layer. I just need a navigation layer. Okay, I guess. Now we have a navigation layer. Now what? Navigation visibility mode. Force show. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't see anything. I also still haven't set collision for anything, which is probably what's happening here. I wonder what happens when we add a collision layer and then go over to the tile set. I still don't know how we do this. I think navigation layers for navigation agent 2D. Yeah, I think so too. I don't think this is used for the A-star stuff, but I still want to kind of see what's going to be ergonomic for doing this. Like we're going to have this tile map and it's going to have collision already. So is there an easy way to just convert that into our collision objects? Does it hurt performance? Should we set up the A-star nav? I am not sure about that stuff yet. Expand physics layers, select a collision layer and mask, add an image and set up the tile set. Oh, now physics shows up? Okay, but only because I had a physics layer? Yep, there it is. So I want to draw, oh, this is going to be annoying. I want to draw a shape here. Is this not how you do this? Edit points? I want to create points. Point, point, point. Does that work, or do I need to close this? I don't know. I do need to close it. Okay, now I have a polygon. All right, now we just do that a bunch of times. Good. I mean, this would give us, let's just approximate this. This would give us pretty fine-grained collision, which I don't think is actually beneficial for this game. Let's just make this a rough triangle here. Oops, that doesn't work. Oh, you can't do that. So bad. I don't know why I'm spending the time doing this. All right, whatever. That's good enough. All right, now if I hit play, do we see anything special on the tree? No. I wonder what else I would need to do to get this to work then. Is there any other nav stuff in here? Layers, navigation enabled, force show. Oh, I think everything is fine with that. And I put the tree here. Although we don't see it with that. Maybe, let me try drawing in another one of these. No, I don't see any difference. It is in the foreground. Maybe I need to put it in the background. I doubt even that matters. Yeah, I don't see anything special about this. And it's not like I didn't code any collision, so it's not like that would have done anything. Yeah, strange. Tile map navigation. I need to figure out more about this. Navigation region 2D from tile map data. Do it completely from the UI. When you add a navigation region 2D and a navigation polygon, make sure the polygon covers the entire map. Click bake. I don't want to draw in the polygons though. Do I need to draw or add a bounding outline? You can bake the tile map directly with a region 2D. All the tile map cells of the physics collision polygon are added as obstructions that cut in a nav mesh. It's important to note that only the first tile map layer gets parsed, and you cannot stack or overlap navigation polygons. If the tile map is not a direct child of the region node, debug is affected by some of the render and transform. I am definitely missing something. I'm not sure what though. Collision animatable, collision visibility mode, force show. Okay, yeah, we can see it here. That's the collision, but we can't see the navigation visibility. Show or hide nav meshes. So it must not be creating nav meshes then? But I don't think I saw anything in the tile map documentation for creating one. Show or hide the meshes. Yeah, there is no like make meshes with this. There were no other nav functions anyway though, right? Visibility mode. By default, it uses the World 2D navigation map for the first tile map layer. For each additional layer, a new nav map is created. In order to make an agent switch between those maps, use set navigation map. Huh. I do have that option enabled already though, the visible navigation thing, unless there's something else that I'm missing. Maybe visible avoidance? Oh, maybe that's what I was missing? No, I don't see anything special about that still. Is there anything else in this? Visible collision shapes, I guess. That might show on the tree. Yeah, now the collision shapes show up, but that I knew about. I don't know how to get the navigation to show up though. There's probably something else I need to do here. Yeah, there's probably something else I need to do. Returns if a layer's built-in navigation regions generation is enabled. That should already be set, right? Region generation, navigation. I mean, it's set to enabled. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, wait, there's a navigation thing here. What is this? Oh my God. Oh, it can be different from the collision. Okay, I see. So I just never drew in a navigation thing. Okay, so I don't need collision at all for this if all I'm doing is navigation stuff. Ah, now it shows up. Okay, I accidentally drew this for all of them. All right, let's draw it for the left half of this thing, I guess. Can we copy paste this or no? Can you copy paste? Toggle grid snap. There is no copy paste. Seriously? I gotta draw the same shape again. Yeah, I guess so. Oh well, whatever. All right, so let's just do this for a little bit of this. Yeah, I'm gonna do it for a couple of these. Whoops. Oh my God, this is so frustrating. It's so hard to draw with this tool because when you Command Z, it deletes everything, not just the one node. All right, there. Now we have visible navigation shapes. And I'm guessing, yeah, it's not avoidance. I think it needs to be reverted since you don't want to walk on the trees, right? When you say it needs to be reverted, you mean I should have collision and navigation? Because that's entirely possible that I would need that. Although you're not controlling the characters, so as long as they don't navigate onto the trees, they should be okay. All right, so now we have a very simple navigation thing here. And yeah, that's rendering correctly. So if I want my character to respect this, I need to tell them about the navigation, tell them about the navigation map. In fact, what I probably should have done here, instead of what I actually did, which it's not too late to do this, but I should just pick some like obstruction. Is there a rock or something? Just a single tile? I see multiple tile rocks. Mailbox. Yeah, sure. No, mailbox is 2 tiles. Oh, come on. This, there, 1 tile. It's a rock. Yeah. So let's put this in the background here. And then let's give this thing a shape. Navigation layer. I'm just going to make this take up the whole square. So this will make an impassable wall such that when I try navigating, it should go all the way around this. Navigation layer you drew probably needs to be at the part where it should be walkable, I think. Oh, you're saying invert. I need to have navigation be the walkable paths, not the unwalkable paths. Ah, okay. That could be correct. I guess we'll find out once I connect this. And I'm still not sure this is how I even want to do things. We might end up going with the A* thing. All right, so let's try to see if we can get this to work. Where did that resource go? Here it is, 2D navigation overview. So navigation server 2D. I guess I need to set one of these up. We had this. We have this thing. Where's the navigation agent? Where do they set up the, it's weird. I don't see any other GD script thing. It must be set up in the scene then. They have a navigation region. And the character, does it set the map at all? No. Maybe the character itself knows what map it wants to use. No. Okay, I don't know. Yeah, I am just not sure about a lot of this. Let's add in a couple things here. Let's add in a navigation agent. And let's add in a region that this thing has. Or a collision shape. Collision shape 2D. Area 2D. What am I doing wrong? Rectangle 2D? I don't remember what how do I not remember this? I don't remember how to make things collidable. Collision shape 2D. A node that provides a shape 2D to a collision object parent. Oh, this is the thing that gives us the rectangle. Yeah, this is the first part that I wanted. And then I guess this needs to be a child of something else. Area 2D. Yeah, area 2D is what I want then. Or I guess it doesn't really matter. Character body, rigid body, it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so we have a navigation agent, pathfinding, navigation layers, pathfinding algorithm. Sure. Now something's got to tell it what map to use, right? So navigation agent dot target position and get next path position. So I want to set this inside the adventurer. So let's do private navigation agent 2D, navigation agent. We'll get that. That should match what we have. Yeah, it does. And then when we set the destination, instead of setting this, we want to set this thing, target position. And then when it comes to processing, what we want to do is get the next path position and then path our way over to that. So I guess we need pretty much all of this code. And a move and slide. Yeah, there are a lot of decisions to make for this. I hadn't really thought about a lot of this. Okay, so if navigation agent is navigation finished, then just do nothing, I guess. Otherwise, get their current position, which we have as the global position, get the next path position. So vector 2 next path position. Should just know what I want to do here, yeah. Then get the velocity to that. Direction 2 times movement speed. Let's just do this. So next path position minus position unnormalized. Hey, Darkstorm. If you want avoidance, there's a node called navigation obstacle 2D where you'd place the stones maybe. Yeah, I wonder if I can do that with the tile map so that I don't need a navigation mesh for where the walkable parts are. I could just put it where the unwalkable parts are. I guess it's really 6 of one, half a dozen of another. All right, then instead of move and slide, we're just gonna do this. And we need this part. I wonder how is navigation finished even works. All right, let's try this. I think this is gonna be flipped if this even works. I don't know how it would know to connect to the map though. But if I left click and nothing even moves, then it's that I inverted this. Oh, interesting. Yeah. I did invert it. So it can't get out of this polygon now. It's just stuck there. Okay. Well, let's draw a whole bunch of rocks on the terrain, I guess. Yeah. If I put a bunch of rocks up here, it'll only be able to walk on the rock path, I guess. Yeah, so now it can pathfind in here. That's pretty interesting. I was pretty loosely following this. I could probably control that though. Very neat. Wow. Yeah, very neat. There was an avoidance layer too. Was there in the map? Because if so, I just missed that. I see navigation layer. I don't see avoidance layer in here. Yeah, I think you only set the navigation layer on this thing. I know there's an avoidance layer and that we can make obstacles, but I don't know if we can do it with a tile map. But maybe we could just like flip these things. Avoidance enabled. Yeah, we could just set that this is what avoids these layers. Yeah. Yeah. Got a little too annoyed with all the ZNX stuff. Oh, that's totally fine. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really closely looked at that because I just saw in the PR Darkstorm that you said like this isn't done yet. So I didn't look at the code. All right, so what is this doing? Path max distance, target desired distance, path desired. What are these things? The distance threshold before a path point is considered to be reached. This allows agents to not have to hit a path point on the path exactly. Okay, I kind of want them to hit it exactly though. So let's set this down to like 2 pixels. Target desired distance. Final target point is considered to be reached. It allows agents to not have to hit the point to the final target exactly. This is set too low. It'll be stuck in a repath loop because it'll constantly overshoot or undershoot. Yeah. All right, let's set that to 2 as well. And then what's path max distance? Max distance the agents is allowed away from the ideal path. This can happen due to trying to avoid collisions. When the maximum distance is exceeded, it recalculates. I don't actually know what that should be. Let's just change these values a little bit. I think you just don't draw the part of the tile map that should be avoided, and additional objects that are not part of the tile map need to have the navigation obstacle 2D node. Just don't draw the part of the tile map that should be avoided. Yeah, yeah. I think that's how it should work too. Unless I make these, did this work a little bit better now? Yeah, nice. This does work a little bit better. So now they don't like cut corners super sharply. This is already super cool. Okay, so let's see now if we can get it to avoid this stuff just by changing the agent. So if I turn avoidance on and set the avoidance layer to 1 and the navigation layer to 2, does that just automatically work? No, now it's not moving at all. I guess because it can't find any walkable path. So I need to give it a walkable path. Wait, no, that can't be correct. Avoidance layer. The rocks are coded to be navigation, but they're in layer 1. The adventurer has an avoidance layer of 1. What if I also set the navigation layer to 1? I don't think this would do what I want it to do. No. I guess it just doesn't know. Yeah, it doesn't know what to avoid. I think that's why. Okay, so then let's see. I can't set that here, can I? Dougie was saying that I said something about avoidance in here. Was there an avoidance layer? I don't see it. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. So, is that just not a thing? Godot tile map avoidance? Using navigation obstacles. I know I can add them myself. I just didn't know if I could do that for a tile map. Yeah, I don't think it works that way. Hey, Chef Alton. Avoidance layers for tile sets. This is a proposal, I guess. Avoidance layers are set up on agents, not on maps or regions. There's an experimental feature on regions, though, but it's experimental. I always love this kind of redundancy. It's very funny. Is specific to constrained obstacles added to the regions and only to navigation region 2D. Doesn't utilize these directly, so it doesn't add obstacles. No avoidance layers apply. Okay, then let's try something here. Let's draw some more rocks. Where's the rock here? All right, let's make a slightly bigger area here. Oh, whoops. I meant to draw a rectangle. All right, so we got a bunch of rocks. Now I want to make an avoidance object in there. So add child node avoidance obstacle. What's it called? Yeah, this. All right, so I'm going to make an obstacle. Avoidance enabled, I guess. Sure. But then how does this know vertices? I need to add vertices here? This is a really weird way of drawing things. Can't I just use the shape in the editor? Is this doing something? Radius? Oh, interesting. There we go. All right, now just move this. What in the world? Okay, I guess I was drawing polygons this whole time. How do we stop that? Okay, there we go. Whoops. All right, just delete all those. Let's try this again. Let's just draw a square or something here. Triangle's fine. There. Okay, so now we have a triangle. Now we're going to say visible avoidance. It's already showing. And now they should avoid that triangle. No, because the radius is over here. No, that's also not true. Oh, because I had turned avoidance off? I don't totally remember. I have avoidance on, and I'm avoiding layer 1. And this is set to layer 1. What's weird is that the radius is over here. What is the radius for? Avoidance radius for the obstacle. I guess what I don't understand is why is there a radius over here but the shape is over here? Huh. I guess the shape itself is positioned there. Maybe I should have, maybe I should have drawn this over there. Hey, Hepta. It is summer now, yeah. That evaded my detection. Let's try something else then. How do we get rid of that? There we go. All right, I'll draw a triangle here. I don't think this is going to work the way I expect it to. And then we'll just move this. I should just take a break pretty soon. This is going well, though. Oh, wait. Oh, it worked. Wait, did it? No, it didn't work. That was just me clicking weirdly. Why isn't it avoiding this? It's the Bermuda Triangle. All right, I should take a break. I was thinking about how I don't like taking breaks still, and yet it's probably helpful. All right, well, I'll be back in just a little bit. Is it jump time? It's not jump time. Oh, hey, Gamer Josh. How you doing? Is it jump time? It's jump time. Hey again, everybody. Only had 6 players. All right, close the game. So, how do you get navigation obstacles to work? I probably need to register it with the map somehow. Because, like, I don't know how this would just know to use this. Navigation server, navigation obstacle, a node that can be used to affect and constrain avoidance velocity of avoidance enabled agents. Does not affect pathfinding. Oh, well, that's the answer to that one then, huh? So how do I affect pathfinding then? Huh. I guess I didn't understand avoidance this whole time. But I'm still, it's not clear to me. Yeah, it's not clear to me what I would use. Huh. Okay, well, let's go to navigation. We have traversable region. What does this have in it? Enabled, enter cost, constrain avoidance, travel cost. Oh, I just don't set walkability on something and that's how we avoid it. Oh, well, fine. I guess it's all kind of stupid then, huh? So wait, how do I add an obstacle in though? I need to be able to add an obstacle. Yeah, I need to be able to put an item display somewhere and have it not be walkable. How do I do that? Godot navigation, add. They said to modify the mesh. I don't know. I don't know how we do that though. It tells what is traversable, nothing else does. If you do not want the pathfinding to return paths that go through certain places, remove the navigation polygon or cut a hole in the polygon. Involves me having 2 duplicate tile maps, one of the nav layer and one without. Then when I drop my obstacle, I erase the cell that has the nav layer. Also funny, I've seen your username pop up on just about every navigation feed I've looked at. I've seen this person too. Huh. So this is how you're supposed to do this? They're not intended for static or temporary geometry. Docs for navigation mesh so you can nest meshes as long as they don't overlap. If something overlaps, it won't make the cut. I have to be aware of the navigation. And you just add its own collision shape to the navigation polygon. Iterating over my function that's creating my navigation mesh and using get polygon. Yeah, this sounds complicated for something that I feel like would be pretty common, right? Like you add in some geometry into the world and you want it to be something that gets avoided, but you need to like carve out a mesh in order to do that. Is there any other information about this? Where did that one resource go? This stuff. Navigation agent, collision shape. Okay, well, let's take a look at this then. New navigation region nodes will automatically register to the default world navigation map. Oh, that's not that helpful. Visual node representation of a region of the navigation map on the server. Alter resource. Individual regions upload their 2D navigation polygon. All regions require a navigation mesh resource to function. Huh, yeah, I don't see anything obvious from this. I mean, we're making progress with this. Figure out how to add in obstacles. The item displays, at the very least, will be one such obstacle that we need to add in dynamically. All right, so the thing about the obstacle is just, I guess, delete this or remove it somehow. We don't have any other navigation things that we can even add though, right? A link between two positions that agents can be routed through. I think it's just a region, but I don't understand. I don't think a region would actually help me in this case. Let's make a new polygon here. Geometry. Huh. Hang on 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do here. Geometry, mesh instances, meshes, and static colliders. Huh. Yeah. What? Oh, I'm drawing. Oh, the tool. Oh, the tools are there. They were at this part at the last time. Okay. All right. So I can draw a region. I don't think this is gonna do anything for me though. Also, whoops. Oh my God, this is so frustrating. How do I clear this? Clear? That, I guess I never created it? What am I even doing? Oh man, this is confusing. Maybe just delete the whole thing, I guess. Yeah. I don't know what happened. I'm just deleting the whole thing. Yeah, fine. All right, so let's add a new thing in here, a region. And we're gonna draw a no polygon, create and assign. Yeah, yeah, that's pretty nice. All right, so let's draw a rectangle-ish. There we go. Now if I hit bake polygon, okay, we have something there. I think all this is gonna do is extend the walkable area. Yeah, I think that's all it did. So now I should be able to walk up here, right? Yes. So all right, adding in walkability areas is easy enough. I just got to figure out how to add in a an obstacle. Constrain avoidance. If true, constrains avoidance agents with an avoidance mask bit. Experimental feature and should not be used in production. Huh. Also, they've got incorrect apostrophes all over the place. Well, I don't know. I think we would need to do something custom here and like, yeah, carve out a polygon. And I think that's this. This Reddit thread seemed to point to the right direction. This sort of sucks. Yeah, from what little I've learned so far, I don't think there's some way that just lets me do this easily. At least not the way that I would expect. Yeah, this obstacle doesn't really matter. The tile map just has navigation layers. Okay, I have an idea. but I don't think this will do what I want it to do. What if we added an unwalkable thing on top of all of this? Can I paste this here? Would that somehow work? Because if so, I could just deal with layers myself. I don't think so, though. No, does not work that way. It might have its own navigation layer. Probably does. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. What else could I do? Yeah, I don't know. Huh. Yeah, let's search for some more stuff, and if we find something, then great. Hey, Drackley. Hello, I'm cool with an icon on my nickname. You can get icons too if you want. All right, so what do we search for? Godot navigation add obstacle. How to use obstacle 2D. Is this going to have that same person comment at the bottom? No, it doesn't. All right. Using navigation system for a 2D project, I was able to do what I wanted by looking at videos on the internet. Character reaches a point I want by following areas I specify. When I add a new obstacle, it does not see what I add as an obstacle. Yeah, so this is the same general issue. But it is not true. You might want to do this. When you start the game, nav mesh looks like this, and then when you do something, it becomes like this. So your characters will find a new path. What? How do they do that? You need to add a polygon 2D as a child of navigation region 2D. What? Polygon 2D. Oh, that's what overlapping regions do? Oh, maybe I misunderstood that earlier. All right, let's try that out, I guess. So we clear this. We just, I don't know, delete the whole thing and then add under it a polygon. I don't even know if that's how this was supposed to work originally. Then what? Then they call bake navigation polygon. On thread true. I don't think that's going to work for me. There's a polygon now. Yeah, no. Although this is probably just going to say it doesn't have a navigation mesh resource must be set or created for this node to work. Oh, we have to like load in the polygon. Hey, Jordy. I have no idea what I'm doing. Navigation mesh is not even a thing. Mesh instance. Can I point this at the polygon? What year is this from? It's from this year, right? Yeah, 2024. Navigation region and then a polygon 2D. I have that. Bake navigation polygon. So is it, oh, do I just have to click this? Resource must be set or created for this node to work. Yeah, there's probably some way to connect these two things. Add the newly added object as a child in the navigation region, triggered that again, everything was as I wanted. All right, let's just do it through code, I guess. So the town, do we have a script for any of this stuff? No, but I guess we do in the town scene. And I guess that's as close as we're going to get here. We don't ever get that node, do we? No, we don't. All right, fine. Well, in ready, we're going to do this. So what is this thing called? It's just a node 2D. Node 2D town equals get. All right, so that's the town. Now we want the tile map navigation region 2D. navigation region 2D, nav equals town.getNode, and it's under tile map. And then we do nav.bake, and this takes in an optional boolean. Baking is done on a separate thread. Oh, let's try that. Heck if I know what I'm doing right now. I don't see how this could possibly work. Yeah. Hey, voice of Grog. No, yeah, it does not work. But it might have errored out. Yeah, it did. What's this? Navigation polygon is not set. Yeah, how do you set this? That's the part I didn't understand here. Oh, were they not in a parent-sibling relationship? No, they were. Or a parent-child, I meant. Navigation region 2D and then a polygon 2D under it. I don't know how these two things were associated because this has its own polygon here. New navigation polygon. Do I, this isn't going to do anything. I already know this isn't going to do anything. No, yeah, of course it's not working. Of course I have no idea what's going on. Geometry. Group with children, cells, agents, resource. No, I don't know. I don't know what they were talking about with this. I wonder if I moved this up, if this would even have an impact on anything. Like if I put this here, does it become walkable? Because I don't even think that would work. Like I think this is just not functioning at all. Yeah, it's not. I can't go into that white space anymore. Or at all. I never could in the first place. Two non-exclusive modes, A star and avoidance. Navigation obstacle only works for agents that use avoidance. Change the traversal cost of the navigation region where the obstacle is to be rather high. Means use the navigation server. So either figure out how to change the cost of regions if that suits your game, or figure out how avoidance works. Do not change the navigation mesh. All the navigation paths will still go through the collision. I could set a cost that's like impossibly high. Although if there's ever a wall of these things, then they would just walk through the wall because that would be the only path. Okay, well, I guess we could just try that. Fine. We make an obstacle, or not even an obstacle, a region that just has a cost associated with it. Travel cost and enter cost. Yeah, we could set the enter cost to 5,000 and the travel cost to 5,000 and then see what happens. I don't even think this polygon's being used. I'm pretty sure this is still not going to do anything, but I at least would know why. Yeah, it's not being used. So I think we just delete this. And I think instead we draw a polygon here. The cost is still set. We call bake, and there we go. Now that should be an impossibly high cost region. So we shouldn't go into it. No, we still are. That's strange. Huh, that is strange. Maybe my code to bake the region is undoing this somehow? Oh wait, no, they said something about overlapping regions, right? I don't know. Either way, this isn't ever going to work. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. Do I even know that the region is working? I guess we could find out by putting it here. And if you can walk in this, then we know that it's working. But there could be a problem with overlapping still. So can I go up there? Yes, I can. Now I can't leave? No, I can leave. Huh, interesting. They stop at the edge here. I guess because the cost is set so high? Or maybe it's because of the overlapping regions thing just messing up? It's probably that. There's got to be some way to like make this subtractive geometry. I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know what we would do with that. Well, I guess this whole thing about having avoidance enabled is probably not necessary. I mean, we could still switch to A star. Set up your navigation, only consider layer 1. Use dedicated methods and signals to use avoidance. The obstacle node has a property affect navigation mesh. Just add a physics static body with a shape and set it to a collision layer that only gets parsed by the navigation mesh baking. Yeah. Okay, I get the idea, but yeah, this is certainly pretty extreme, I would say. So I would have to give it a body and then I parse everything in a particular collision layer and somehow get the navigation mesh to subtract these things. And they have a new property affect navigation mesh in the obstacle. Affect navigation mesh. Didn't they say this was experimental somewhere? Oh, I'm not even on that version, so I don't have that. I'm on 4.2.2, and this is 4.3 dev 6. All right, fine. Well, how do we bake navigation meshes and have it consider the region I don't want? Bake navigation polygon. Bake finished avoidance layers. Clip children constrain avoidance. Is there like remove polygon? If there is, that would work. Move, look at, remove child, remove meta. Huh. There's this suggestion all over the place about just remove it. I don't understand how you're supposed to remove it. If you want to define a shape, use the static variant, which means you define the vertices outline. See obstacle here. Affecting navigation mesh baking. Oh wait, oh my god, oh my god. Do I just have to rebake the mesh after doing this? No, but I already tried that, right? In fact, I had this code here. And I don't think it did anything. Yeah, I can still move over this thing. I do not know. For navigation mesh, baking obstacles can be used to discard parts of all other source geometry inside. This is exactly what I want. Avoidance is enabled by default. If the obstacle is not used for avoidance, disable it. Obstacle is set to enabled. Okay, I mean, that should be fine. This can be used to stop navigation meshes from baking in unwanted places inside solid geometry like thick walls, or on top of other geometry that should not be included for gameplay like roofs. Okay. An obstacle does not add geometry. It only removes. It does so by nullifying all the voxel cells with rasterized source geometry. This sounds exactly like what I want. Effect navigation mesh. This is for an obstacle. There isn't anything like that for 2D. Maybe there is for 3D. Nav obstacle 3D. Does this have effect navigation mesh? No. Is this the most recent set of documents? 4.3. I guess I'm technically on 4.2. See stable version. Oh, this is totally different. Oh, man. When used statically, they constrain avoidance-controlled agents outside or inside a polygon. When used dynamically, they push away avoidance-controlled agents. Static when its vertices properties populated with an outline array. Act as hard do not cross boundaries for avoidance using agents. Static obstacles define their boundaries with an array of outlined vertices. Only work for agents that use 2D avoidance mode. 2D avoidance mode. I mean, I should have that set. Avoidance enabled. Set the layers. All this looks fine to me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. What am I missing? Yeah, the layers set here correctly too. Huh. Define through winding order of the vertices if agents are pushed out or sucked in. Static obstacles cannot change their position. They can only be warped to a new position and rebuilt from scratch. Static obstacles that are warped to another position cannot be predicted. This all still sounds fine. New obstacles can be created without a node directly on the navigation server. Obstacles created with scripts require at least a map and a position. For dynamic user radius, use of a radius is required. Static, the vertices are required. Okay, so I don't want a radius here then. I just want the vertices, which I have. Maybe the combination of the two of them makes this thing not work. Does this work now? No. I don't know what I'm doing. We haven't registered it with the map though. Use obstacles static by adding a square that pushes agents out. Obstacle set vertices and then set avoidance enabled. I technically could do this through code. I feel like this should be working here too. Maybe it needs to be a sibling? I kind of doubt it. I think it would just automatically register with the default navigation map regardless. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely don't know. And I still don't see anything else I could have done incorrectly here. The only thing I could maybe think is that the vertex order was defined incorrectly. Avoidance layer and avoidance mask. Neighbor distance. Hey, bouncy boy. How you doing? Good luck on your million copies sold speedrun. You know, this is one of the things I find kind of crazy about game development. I want to price this game somewhere between like $5 to $10. And a game selling like 50,000 copies is already fantastic. So at $10, that'd be $500,000, of which you immediately lose 150K to Steam. So you're left with 350K, and you know, taxes, you pay it to your team and everything. And it's just the economics of game development rarely make sense, I think. I don't think it's going to sell 100,000 copies. But I think it would sell some number of thousands, maybe. Anyway, we're struggling with pathfinding today. And the pathfinding itself is working fine. It's the obstacles part I can't figure out. So all of this blue area is walkable area. And if I click over here, it will find the path to this spot. But I'm trying to get it to avoid any shape, and I just can't figure out how to do that. Wait, last time what you get for a minimum wage job? I mean, in that example, you'd be obviously pretty well off from that one game, but the odds of it selling that high are not great. I'm in the biggest org at work now, which is very tiresome, but taking a do okay and be satisfied with life approach. Oh man, moving back to New Jersey. Wow, that's quite the move. Yeah. Also, what are you? I have a lot of questions, but I should probably save them for private questions. Yeah, but anyway, good luck with all of that. I think the work mentality thing, I just couldn't ever skate by, I guess. I always wanted to just either leave or go full throttle, and going full throttle wasn't something I wanted to do. Also, I'm just recovering from a sickness, and I feel like it hit me harder today than it hit me the other day. Gonna drive? Yeah. Flying a dog is probably really tough. Do you even need dynamic obstacles in your game, or could you just use tile maps that are not painted on with a navigation layer? Maybe if I'm understanding you correctly, maybe what you're suggesting is there is some walkable area like this, and I just like change a tile to remove the walkability. There'd have to, yeah. Is Skella made up or does it have some meaning? Skella is just the first part of skeleton, and in Skeleseller you play as a skeleton. So it's, I guess it's kind of made up. Did that answer your question though, UPS? Yeah, I see. Anyway, Toolshed, I feel like it'd be weird to do that because I would need a map for what is showing and then a map for what the actual collision is, because I need to be able to remove the collision without changing what's showing. And that only lets me constrain it to exactly the tile map dimensions, which I might not want to do. I guess it sounds like using obstacles will work for this thing, but I find it so confusing. And I don't know if it's worth upgrading Godot to try to figure out if the new versions handle this better. But where did that resource go? This thing, it says very clearly right here, this node does not affect the pathfinding of agents. What I find strange about this, though, is that then in the other resource that I found, it said a static obstacle act as hard do not cross boundaries for avoidance using agents. Similar to physics collision, but for avoidance. And like, I have all this stuff enabled. Maybe I need to set these things a little bit better. Radius. This is the body of the avoidance agent and not the avoidance maneuver starting radius. Distance to search for other agents. Oh, because they can avoid each other. Oh, this is a mess. It's just a giant mess. I don't know. Where was that experimental property that I saw that they said don't use? I don't even remember what it was on. Oh, it was here. Navigation region. If true, yeah, experimental though. All right, well, let's back up a step here. So problem, can't figure out how to add obstacles, and I need to be able to change walkability when I add in item displays. So I haven't tried a star for this stuff. Maybe that would help. I haven't resorted to using any hacks, like having a tile map for visibility and one for the navigation. And I haven't tried upgrading Godot. Actually, I guess the upgrading Godot part could be done pretty quickly, right? Because I don't need to like reinstall. I just need to download it. Where do you get the dev versions? See latest preview build. So 4.3-dev 6 is what they said. I don't know where you even find that version information. Dev 6. This is beta 2. Is that higher than Dev 6? This is view changelog maybe? Oh yeah, there we go. Dev 6. So beta 2 is after it. So they did a bunch of navigation stuff in this. Navigation, fix this, transform, debug. What is this version? Something should be in Dev 6. This is 4.3 beta 2. All right, so I guess we got to go through all of them if we want to see what all was changed. Fix tile map layered nav mesh baking. Allow editing shape vertices. What is this? Get polygon and set polygon overrides. Oh, hey, that's the person who's commenting on all these things. Huh. So I guess they are working on this. And then I guess Dev 6 is the one where they said that they made some change here. Where is it? Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Make 2D navigation mesh baking parse all tile map layers. Remove this. Baking crash prevention. Point. None of this is so far. Maybe this one? Path simplification? Oh man, stuff looks complex. Wow. Yeah. Threats for baking, Fmod. Experimental constraint avoidance. Interesting. So even if I use that thing, it's now gone. Add mesh source geometry parsers and callbacks. None of this seems to comment on where did that thread go? No, it wasn't that thread. It was somewhere else. This. Affect navigation mesh. Huh. Is this the one where everyone complains about the new tile map? I don't think so. Not exactly, at least. Oh man. What a tough day. All right, yeah, let's try downloading this. I don't want to hitch my wagon to this exactly, but what are you going to do? How do we go back to the download page here? Okay, so Mac, we want the .NET version. Well, at least it downloads quickly. All right, so we run this, and we try launching Skeleseller in this. And we just kind of see what happens. I guess let's close the other version so I don't get them confused. Yeah. Quit this. Now launch Skeleseller. Project was last edited in 4.2. Opening will change it to 4.3. Project will be modified. Uh-oh. What do we change here? Nothing super in-depth. None of the project files. So how about this? Let's do a git diff. And that way we know for sure. Well, there's quite a lot that changed, I guess. Oh man. Whoops. A ton of stuff that changed. All right, how about a git status? And then let's convert this thing. And let's see if it works. Well, so far nothing. Oh, there we go. All right. Does this obstacle now have a new thing? Affect navigation mesh. There. Now I hit play and it just works. If so, we're probably just going with the upgrade. Come on, you can do it. Oh, this is taking a long time. Hey, nice. All right, let's try it out. Can we walk on this thing? Yes, we can. What is this supposed to do? Huh. I don't know. Carve navigation mesh. Oh, that's what I wanted. If enabled, the obstacle vertices will carve into the baked navigation mesh with a shape unaffected by additional offsets. It will still be affected by further post-processing. Okay. Then what does affect do? Is it additive? If enabled and parsed in a navigation mesh, baking what? Obstacle will discard source geometry. I don't understand why these are two separate things. They sound like the same option, but there are two checkboxes. Does that work? No. What in the world? Hey, Godot, thanks for the resub. Welcome back. I'm super confused. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I can't get it to avoid this at all. The only other thing I can think is that maybe I'm like unbaking this by using this code. But I doubt it. I feel like something else has to be going on here. There's gotta be some way of doing this, right? They say right here, if you're on this version, affect navigation mesh. So that is included in a navigation mesh baking process like any other static geometry. Huh. I just don't know what I could be missing with this. Just delete this region. I guess that's not the same. Either use navigation region and obstacles or remove walkable paths, or use tile maps and either use two different layers, one of which is walkable and one is not. And you remove the walkable layer through code. Yeah, I guess I'm trying to mix the two. Remove the walkable layer through code. It's the part I'm not sure how I would do that. Also, is anything added in here that I might want? There's just still navigation layers and nothing else, right? Navigation. Yeah, just navigation layer. So I add in a second layer. I just don't understand how I would end up removing from the first layer. Yeah. If you know of a resource too, feel free to link it in. Excuse me. Hey, Atomic Man. Yeah, long time no see. I know. I was on vacation for a while and then I've been streaming a little less because I've been sick. And I thought, oh, today's the day I'm gonna feel like normal again. It's been like a week and a half. But whatever. As long as I can get some stuff done. I guess that's all that matters. And the new version, there is a new node tile map layer. Maybe it has more stuff in it for navigation. There's a new node tile map layer. Node for 2D tile-based maps. What is this thing? Tile set. Physics navigation. This seems strange. Godot tile map layer. What is this? Unlike tile map, which is deprecated. Are you kidding? Oh my god. All right, what tile map is deprecated? Not unstable, it's not. Wow, so they just deprecated it? Oh man. This sucks for what Darkstorm is doing. Because Darkstorm just changed a bunch of stuff. There's probably a way to convert. Yeah, there's probably a way to convert. I don't think Well, maybe tile map layer has something that we would need. Although I'm not sure we're committing to this new version anyway. Anyway, where do we find out about where did I even write that stuff? Ah, here it is. Okay, yeah. So I may need to use multiple layers in a tile map and then have some code punch holes in the walkability. I'm just not sure what that code would even look like. Hey, Codex, log it as tech debt. The thing is, you take on tech debt when something actually works, and you're like, oh, I'll just do this in the future. Oh, unless you're saying all of the walkability stuff, just don't even address this right now. And I think there's got to be a way to address this. Yeah, I'm not totally sure. All right, so Godot, tile map, navigation, multiple layers. Tile map navigation with multiple layers. One obstacle layer. If only someone had commented on this. I want the navigation to do the opposite. If any layer does not have navigation, don't try to go through it. Oh boy. I'll close the new PRs. The index is not even working. Gonna switch to the town environment. Some objects will have the wrong ordering. The new tile map may not be that bad, but there are a couple of problems here. One is that you can't get the new tile map without being on a dev version. And two, I don't know if the dev version is going to have other problems for us. So, yeah, I don't even know if we should upgrade right now. Isn't 4.3 released? Is it? It might be, actually. I don't know if 4.3 is... I don't know when the tile map came about, though. The deprecation of it. Where's download? Here it is. Looking for previous version. No, I don't think 4.3 is fully out yet. I think they're only beta versions right now. I mean, you can download it. It's just, it's not supported yet. So, Toolshed, do you have a link about this by any chance? Of the whole two different layers thing? Like, setting this up in the editor is definitely super easy. Like, I can just add in another layer. Just click add element here. And there, now we have another layer. But then what? Like, I've got to somehow... Wait. Maybe... Okay, I have an idea. I don't know if this is a good idea. Maybe I make my second layer be walkable for everything and then just turn off walkability for obstacles. That might work. I don't know. We're going to have to try this. Oh, this is a mess. It's just a mess. All right, delete this. Okay, so how do we do this? We need... something that in navigation layer 1 is walkable, I guess. I'm going to draw, what's it, like a small tile that we have here? Flowers. Okay, let's take the flowers. Let's make these walkable. I can maybe picture how this will work, but I'm not totally sure. Now I want to paint this. So these flowers are considered walkable. We put these here. Oh, I guess in the foreground layer, although we're going to need some invisible layer at some point. And this is in layer 2. Now we need the adventurer to consider layer 2. Navigation layers 1 and 2. All right, let's try that and just see what happens. Can they walk on? Can they walk out of the flowery area? Yes, they can. All right, no, this will not work. Yeah, the idea I had won't work. I think these are additive. So if I were to draw flowers, where are the flowers here? If I were to draw flowers out here, I could probably walk out there. Yeah, I can. I didn't want it to be additive. Hello. I do. Yeah, I don't know. I still think the issue we're going to have with drawing these obstacles is the obstacles may not be aligned to tile coordinates. Note that the obstacles may not be aligned to tile coordinates. So anything I do solely involving the tile map would not accommodate that. There has still got to be a way to get this thing to work. Like they have this right here, a checkbox, affect navigation mesh. Maybe I'd turn off avoidance. No. Carve navigation mesh. Requires affect navigation mesh to be enabled. Oh, interesting. Time to ChatGPT. Time to just flounder around. Carve into the baked navigation mesh with a shape unaffected by additional offsets. It'll still be affected by further post-processing. All right, let's just redraw the polygon. So I'm going to delete this. We're going to add in, I'm going to draw it counterclockwise, I guess. And then we need to bake this. Huh. That's strange. It's red now. It used to be yellow on the inside. I'm not sure what that means. Did I see this? Let's take a look. Yeah, I have seen this thread. I know you linked to a specific post. For baking a tile map, you do not need to draw or add a bounding outline. You can bake the tile map directly with Navigation Region 2D. Tile map adds all its cells with a navigation polygon on the first tile map layer as traversable. With all the tile map cells with a physics collision polygon are added as obstructions that cut into the nav mesh. What? Okay, hold on. That part was not clear to me. Let me try that out. All right, so just turn this thing off. So I just need to set something to be collidable, and that's it. So we could take this lamppost, for example, and put this in the foreground. And then make it collidable. So we put this in the physics layer. Let's draw. Oh, I could have done this on both at once. Oh well, whatever. At least they're squares. Oh my god, at least they're squares. And then I take forever trying to build this stupid thing. There we go. All right, that's it. That's all that takes. No. Then again, that's on a different layer. Yeah, let's get rid of the foreground layer here. Where's the erase thing? Just delete this and this. Oh, is that in the background? Okay, delete the flowers. Delete the entire layer. We have a collision layer there. And that's what this thing said, right? All the tile map cells with a physics collision polygon are added as obstructions that cut into the nav mesh layer. It's important to note that only the first tile map layer gets parsed. Oh. So stupid. All right, so delete these two, I guess. And then wait, but if only those get parsed, then this isn't gonna do what I want it to do because it's gonna delete the rocks anyway. What am I doing? Why is it not drawing this? Oh, because I have the eraser tool set? Yeah, so now that's probably not gonna be walkable, but it doesn't really matter about the collision. Yeah, it's not walkable. Although what's weird is I can't click over here either. Oh, the character like, huh. Nope, there it goes. Oh wait, oh I know why that's breaking. Because of this region being defined still. This region is messing everything up, so just delete it. How's your character moving? Still in the same way, or you switch to physics? Um, Pretty much the same way. I just hard coded the clicking logic. Yeah. All right, so I guess the true test of this would be if we give this navigation, which doesn't make any sense that it'd be collidable and navigable. But fine, whatever. Let's try it. What in the world just happened? Okay, there. Put this here. Okay, so now it's considered navigable, but collidable. So the character should avoid it. The character does not avoid it. The character also doesn't have its own collision stuff, right? So if I it's on the right collision thing. What? Layer 1, mask 1. What is this set to? Collision layer 1. I'm so confused. Yeah, I don't know. If the tile map is not a direct child of the region node, switch the navigation polygon to parse by group name. Where is this person? Set navigation polygon source geometry mode to group with children and group name to navigation. I then added tile map to the navigation group. If you just use set position, you ignore all collisions. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. But I was hoping what I was testing here with the collision was not necessarily do I collide with it, but does it get cut out from the navigation mesh? Because that's what this was suggesting. Like they're added as obstructions that cut into the nav mesh. But that didn't seem to happen. But okay, this is kind of interesting. Add a region and a polygon. Make sure the polygon covers the entire map. Click bake. Then add a static body 2D. Set navigation polygon source geometry mode to group with children and group name to navigation. Then add tile map to navigation. Add a collision polygon to the physics property of the tile. Oh man. I'm angry on your behalf. Well, thank you, Toolset. I don't even know if I want to try this because even if this works, it's going to be aligned to tile boundaries. Yeah, I'm just thinking about other stuff here. Like the other way we could definitely get this to work is we could just draw. No, never mind. I'd solve the problem with the obstacles. Maybe just A star is better. Yeah, A star might be better. Well, anyway, this is something that could be tried. I should probably lump everything into here. So when it comes to avoiding obstacles, potential things to try are this suggestion, which has to do with grouping the tile map into a navigation group. What were the other things I wrote down? A star. I mean, it's pretty much just those two things, right? I don't think I have any other ideas. Concerned that this will force me to put obstructions in tile coordinates. Man, tile map's gonna be deprecated. Oh, it'd be nice if they put a warning even on the stable documentation. I guess they're not confirming that they're gonna do it just yet, but like, hey, just so you know, we're thinking of deprecating this. I don't think I saw them in the stable docs. Draw a nav mesh manually and draw an obstacle region manually and bake it, not using tile maps. Yeah, sure. I'll try that out. Instead, use our time getting your name in the Git repository to make the game engine work. What, Trackley? So we make a navigation region, new polygon. We draw a polygon. All right, we already know. Did that not work? Yeah, there we go. All right, so there's our polygon. And then we draw an obstacle manually. All right, the obstacle's over there. What if we put this here? All right, let's go test that out. Navigation layer 1. I don't think it knows that this is walkable for some reason. Maybe it's all part of a different navigation map. I guess get rid of layer 2 here. And maybe delete the obstacle needs to be a child of region. Oh, wait, seriously? That would make a lot more sense when it came to baking this. Oh my God. Okay. So that's how you cut out polygons then. I can't get over to that node though. I guess we need to expand this out. All right, yeah, that works. We just needed to start inside of this thing. But it won't work if I put this inside of the tile map, I guess. What if the tile map is a child of region? And we could try that. Can't reparent. All right, what does this look like? Bake. Oh, it looks like that actually might have worked. Yeah, because it looks like this thing is there. Let's put this up here. They said overlapping regions won't work, but now I can't. No, I can walk around this. Okay, that's weird. But I can't walk around here. So can we cut a whole lot of the map, I guess? Hey, Broken Crown. Yeah. Yeah, I really should take a break. All right, let's drag this thing now over to here. Will that work? It looks like it kind of tries to, but can't exactly. I don't actually even want this region anywhere. Let's just drag this like that. Yeah, I don't think this works. Oh, no, wait, no, it doesn't work. Why? There are two different like navigation layers here though. How's that happening? They're coming from the tile map, I guess. Maybe the foreground is doing something. But the foreground shouldn't even have any tiles here. Yeah, it doesn't. And in the background, if I just delete this, what happens? I don't know. Doesn't look like anything is happening there. Let's paint these in. Does that change this at all? It does, but there are still multiple shapes here. Why is that the case? What if I move this out of here? Yeah, there are two colors. What is that internal one for? I only have one navigation layer. And if I delete this, it'll probably just completely... No, it hasn't gotten rid of that. Where is this coming from? Wait a second. Can I walk on that? Not quite. But that may be a different problem. But now what happens if I put this obstacle over there? There. Now it shouldn't let me walk on the bottom of that? No, it cuts it out entirely? What? I don't follow. Excuse me. Well, let's put this back where it was. Yeah, so now we have the navigation layer. Now it's not doing anything weird though. I wonder, Does this work? No, it's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it's doing. Because the bottom extends further, trying to account for difference in shape. I don't think there even is a collision mask unless I put one in and I forgot about it. That's entirely possible. Where's the rock? There it is. Yeah, there is a collision shape. Maybe it is coming from that. How do I delete this? Clear. Clear does not actually clear it. No, did it? I don't know what's going on. I don't think this should have collision on it anymore. No, it still does. How do you delete this? No, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah. I can still walk inside of that area though. No, wait, what? It lets me, what? It like tries to path around it sometimes, but not always. Yeah, like that. Now it pathed around it completely. Yeah, there too. It knows that it exists, but only when going from bottom to top, not from top to bottom. But I didn't set it to be one way. It's, I don't know, it's doing weird stuff. Yeah, I don't see anything unusual about this. Change some settings on the navigation agent. If I just turn avoidance off. Yeah, let's try that. Crank up some numbers like the radius just to test. I don't think avoidance is even needed for this though. And these other things, I I think they all make sense. I guess I could turn on simplify path. I don't think that's going to change anything though. It should just cut out some nodes in the path. What is going on? It's like if I click inside the shape, it'll happily path me there, which it shouldn't. But it's because there are multiple different colors overlapping on here. I don't know where those are even coming from. There was a radius somewhere. There was a radius in the obstacle, but I think it said that it doesn't work with one of these things. Or was it? Yeah, it says if enabled, oops, if enabled, the obstacle vertices will carve into the baked navigation mesh with the shape unaffected by additional offsets, like the agent radius. Wait, agent radius. Okay, maybe we do need to increase this. No, I don't know. I don't know what this is doing. Oh, what do we do? Well, one thing we could always do, and this would be really tedious, but it would work. We could always just draw navigation regions for everything. They work 100% of the time. We could even generate these from the tile map. Would baking nav meshes be an option? Manually, I mean. Um, it would work. The map is not so complex right now. Like, yeah, we could draw in regions wherever we want. I think it would get tedious for stuff like this. I don't think we would need to do it manually though. But yeah, if I were to put this region here and then the obstacle, man, moving this thing is so hard. There we go. I put this over here. I revert the radius and I go and bake in the mesh. So I'm pretty sure this worked exactly how I expected. Like we can't walk into that middle area no matter what. Yeah. And we can go all the way to the edges of this thing. Yeah. It's so weird to me because it's like this is a really impressive feature. There's a lot of tooling around it, but then something that I would expect to be pretty obvious doesn't seem to work, and I must be doing something wrong. Does it also move when you press W and drag from anywhere? Let me see. Is W this thing? Move mode? Am I even pressing the W key on my keyboard? Yeah, weird. I don't know what this is doing. I think it's just moving the map. Rotate mode, scale mode. Command drag, rotate, alt drag, move selected node. Oh, am I moving the node? Oh, darn it. I'm somehow moving the entire town. Oh boy. Let's Command Z all of that stuff. Oh yeah, because the tile map is a child of that. Oh, right. Oh, I've probably like thoroughly broken everything. Okay, so um I think there are two options that are kind of appealing. One is trying out A star and just doing all this stuff myself. And the other is drawing regions for everything. I don't know how performant this would be. Maybe we're not baking earlier from the editor and it was not baked in the code. I was always baking it through. Oh, no, I wasn't always baking it through the code, but I'm pretty sure I was baking it through the editor when I tried that. But yeah, sure, let me try it again. So I put this over here. I go back to the region. I click bake. It does change the geometry when it does that. It's just, it's in such a way that it no longer works the way I would expect. But yeah, this is what I had tried earlier. And we can still move into the inside of this. Hey, Rami. Rami, I think you pinged with a screenshot of being stuck on a nonogram, and I wanted to see how you were stuck. But then I think you deleted it. You can't overlap for some reason when using tile maps. Yeah, certainly seems that way. I was an idiot and was ashamed. Okay. Well, I just wanted to help. Definitely seems like you can't draw custom regions on top of a tile map. There is one other thing that I haven't tried, which is using that new tile map layer thing. This is all really tedious. All right, so now we need some tiles. Where do the tiles come from in tile map? Atlas. Where is the atlas? World. Atlas. It's here. Seriously, how do you do this? Here. All right, create tiles. All right, so now we have a new tile map. Navigation is enabled. And since there's only one layer, we don't need to change anything here. By the way, this greatly simplifies the UI to just have one layer per tile map. All right, so let's draw in some grass. Where's grass here? All right, that's not how you draw. Oh boy. All right, grass. That looks stupid. Where's just like the regular solid, this one? There we go. All right, and then some rocks. Oh yeah. There's a select all layers, even though there's no layers. Okay, now we change the navigation and we set it so that the grass tile is walkable. How do we do that? It just crashed. Crashed. Oh, I'm having so much fun. I love game development. Honestly, game dev is pretty fun, but this stuff, I just feel like it's raised more questions than it's answered. Oh, also it deleted my new node. Oh, great. All right, let's do all that again. At least I know what I'm doing this time. So we add in the tile map layer. We make a new tile set. We click tile set. We go over to world. And then Atlas. Save this time. Good. Now draw a bunch of grass tiles and a bunch of rock tiles. Save again. Wait a second, what? Tile map layer still has navigation layers? That doesn't make any sense. Am I selecting the right thing? Oh, it crashed again. Oh. I don't think we're going to test this. Oh, boy. I wanted to see if using the new tile map would fix this, but it looks like it's still rough around the edges. Just draw navigation regions for everything. Yeah, I still wonder how that would work. Get a collision. Let me think about this. What if we did set collision for tiles and we use that to form these navigation regions? The problem is we would end up with tons and tons and tons of these things, and I don't know how it gets combined. I guess we just delete the new tile map. No point trying this if it's just going to crash all the time. So if I add a million different regions here, because I would be adding tons and tons of these regions, right? Every single tile itself would have a region on it. Yeah, I wonder how this would get consolidated. Navigation, polygon, source geometry group. What is this? Group name of nodes. that should be parsed for baking source geometry. I don't know. Let's try what that forum post said then. Because I don't have any other ideas, right? When you add a navigation region 2D and a navigation polygon, make sure the polygon covers the entire map. Then click Bake Navigation Region. Add elements as children of the tile map. Set navigation polygon source geometry to group with children. Then add tile map to the navigation group. Okay, let's try that. So add the tile map. I guess delete this thing. Add the tile map to a particular group. How do we set the group? Process? No, it's thread group. Is there no way to set the group through the UI? They made it sound like you could. I don't know how you do that. Godot set group of node. Do you have tenting on your corn? I just have the case that's tenting it a little bit right now. Yeah, welcome in, Guinevere. Groups. Oh, you do it in Node? I don't think I realized. Yeah, there it is. All right, add, name, done. Okay. Is it a scene group or a global group? I don't even know the difference. Huh, yeah, I don't know the difference. Well, maybe it matters, maybe it doesn't. So I've added the tile map now to this thing. On the tile set, add collision polygons to the physics property of the tiles. And a static body 2D, and this should just work. But then they said make the region cover the entire everything. But then this is probably going to break because they said they don't like it when you overlap these. And then I guess get rid of the obstacle. Let me just move this out. And maybe put this over here. And then bake this again. Okay. I mean, it looks like maybe it's working. Very hard to say. So can I not walk over here now? Oh, interesting. It does seem to work. Wow. Huh. Yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted, right? Wait, something weird just happened right there. Yeah, that. It like hooked to the left. Doing some weird stuff over here. I think that might have to do with the overlapping region. But yeah, it does seem to use these obstacles correctly. Yeah, just something weird going on right here. Yeah, it's like it's getting stuck on these rocks. And then doing some weird stuff where it's moving up. I wonder if it's because there's an enter cost and a travel cost. I wonder if we set the travel cost of everything to 0. Can you set that on the tile map too? No, you can't. Well, let's hit play and see what happens. No, that doesn't fix it. Well, we get to get rid of the navigation on the map, right? Yeah, I think so. All right, let's set this back to whatever it was, but wow, it crashed again. Guess it doesn't have to do with the new tile map. It just has to do with using the editor. So we want to set the travel cost back to what it was. And in the tile map, I guess get rid of the navigation on the rocks altogether. How do we even do this again? There we go, navigation. Okay, clear all of this. And I guess clear it on pretty much everything, right? How did this even know that it's an obstacle? Oh, because I put collision on it? That's probably what happened. Where's the tree? Is it? It's this one. The only collision is here, though. This tree might as well just not even exist. There's a visible paths. Oh, interesting. I did not realize. Although, huh. It does not seem to be showing where the path is. Got to enable it on the agent. I see. Thank you. Also, thanks for just generally helping out with all this stuff. There you go. All right, the agent, adventurer, agent, path. I see this stuff. If, what? Debug use custom is true. Debug use custom. If true uses the defined color instead of this one. I want to just turn this on. Hey, bums. Like you said in the editor, I see. Yeah, I don't need a different color, I guess. I just needed it to be on. All right, navigation agent. Debug. Enabled. Okay, now I can see its path, I guess. Oh, nice. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Okay, so going back a step, we want to get this to we want to figure out why this thing ever looked the way that it looked. And I don't see collision on here. Visible collision shapes. Yeah, what? How is it that this thing is carved out? I don't even think it's the same tree. Is it? Like if I draw this. What am I doing? What is this thing? I I have no idea what's going on right now. Is it one of these tools? Ruler mode. Oh, can't see that because of my webcam. Yeah, there we go. All right, so if I draw this just a bunch of places, what happens? It's got collision, but it's not actually cut out of this. I guess it's, what is doing that? What is cutting that out of the tile map? So confused. Maybe it's the navigation? I don't know. All right, well, whatever. Let's draw this in a bunch of spots. What if you click inside the cutout region, like here? It just pads as close as it can get to it without actually going in. So that's working as intended. I don't know what's even cutting these out, though. That's the part that's confusing to me. Like, I drew a tree and somehow it's carved out. The obstacle is nowhere near here, right? Yeah. One tree is on the same layer. Yeah, but it only has like these two shapes defined. And why is the foreground tree not also doing that? Like if I just erase this, does that delete that cutout shape? It should. It doesn't. Something else is doing that. I don't know what though. What if I also delete it from here? And then I guess use the picker and put this back in. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, maybe I need to rebake the yeah, that might be it. I didn't even think about this. I haven't been rebaking the navigation region bake. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the problem. And I cut it out through code, right? Yeah. All right, that explains it. So finally, let's go try to figure this out. First, let's have this call the baking through code. So now if I were to put this shape back in like this, it should bake it when I run. Let's see. It does not. Where's my character? Oh, there's a bug somewhere? Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a bug because the path is different now, right? Navigation region 2D is no longer in the tile map. There we go. All right, that should fix both problems. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Yeah, so then how do we make a regular obstacle then? Whoops, that's not what I wanted. I want that to look like that again. Same thing here. Okay, so we want to make something like a rock that you cannot path over. So we click the rock. Where's the rock? There it is. We put navigation on it. Then we move this down. Good. Then we just draw in a rock or two. And we can even put it on the foreground, I guess. And that should make an impassable barrier. No, it did not. Maybe, how did it work with the tree? Oh, maybe because of the collision. Yeah, maybe because of the collision. Okay, well, let's change the collision on that. Yeah, physics. There, that might work. I don't have to well, I do have to rebake every time, but technically that's done by the code now. Okay, yeah, that fixes it. Oops, didn't mean to click that. Whoa, what? Oh, I thought upgrade shop had a collision thing, but it's just the thing coming from underneath. All right, yeah, that's pretty good. Now we can't go anywhere up here, right? Yeah. So can I add in a static body 2D? Like if I give item bin a collision, does item bin not even exist? Item bin. Okay, no, it doesn't. What if I added it, I guess? Rigid body and then an area 2D? No. It's a shape. What's it called again? Collision shape? Collision shape. All right, so we make a new rectangle and we just hit play and see what happens. Oh man, I was hoping that would just work. We probably just need to add it to the same group that we added the other one to though, right? So we go to node groups and then copy this and then put it inside the scene over here. Item bin. Maybe that works? No. Also, what is that thing doing there? Oh, that's the display that was always there. Maybe it needs to be a child of that too. Oh, that would suck. Was there a way to, did this just crash? Yes, it did. I guess it wouldn't necessarily suck. I would just need a navigation region to be at the top of everything. How does this work? Wait, it wasn't even that. Oh no, the polygon had it. Yeah, here it was. Source geometry mode. Group with children, group explicit. Maybe just group explicit? Sure hoping this works. didn't work. All right, what are the options here? Scan child nodes of the root node recursively for geometry. Scans nodes in a group and their child nodes. Or use nodes in a group. The group is specified by the group name. I think that group option should be working. Maybe I didn't group this correctly. Like maybe it needs to be a global. Oh, it probably needs to be a global. Yeah, convert to global group. There. Maybe that works now. No. Oh man. All right. Well, do we try grouping the parent maybe? There's no add group there, right? Yeah. I kind of doubt this is going to do anything. Yeah, first what I should do before I do any of this stuff is I should just test by copying this into the town scene. Just crashed again. Man, I don't think we can use this beta version. This is super unstable. All right, so in the town scene, if I paste this in here, which I probably can't paste now. Where did paste even go? I don't even see paste. No, I can't do that. Shop. All right, let's try this again. Copy this, paste it in here. It has the group, so maybe it'll work. It doesn't work even for that. What? Where is this? Can we like center on this thing? It's right there. Oh, because item bin is just a node and somewhere there's a sprite for this. No, it's the tile map that does it. Oh my God. Okay. Well, it should have carved out a hole in the storeroom then, and it didn't do that. Yeah, it didn't do that. I guess giving it a graphic would be pretty helpful though. Let's just put the mage graphic there. We can't do that. And new tile map layers, no crashes so far. It's really odd. Could be something specific that I'm doing then, which is also just a problem. I'm also on Mac. I'm also using the mono version. All right, so this is what's going to show that we've got this here. Can we convert this to a scene group? Maybe it's just got to be a scene group. It's working with the tile map. Yeah, it's just not working with this. I don't know what's wrong about this. I have it set to group explicit, and I have this name, which just to be clear, I'm going to copy paste it onto, where did rename go? Oh, group already exists. Yeah, it's already there. What am I doing wrong? Rigid body 2D. Maybe static body 2D? Double check the layer level and mask. I think those should be fine. I didn't change them from 1. Did you try global groups already? I did, yeah. Maybe, okay, let's try one other thing here. If I set this back to what it used to be, root node children. Okay, that works. So why can't I get it to work with a group thing? Group with children? Yeah, anything that's with children works, but group explicit doesn't work. Uses nodes in a group for geometry. The group is specified by source geometry group name. Yeah, that just doesn't work anymore. Huh. I wonder if this is just broken, because I don't think I'm using this wrong. Meshes and static colliders. Parsed collision mask is everything. Yeah, I don't see any problem. I mean, can we add it as both a global group and a, no, we can't. It's got to be one or the other. All right, let's try converting to global. I'll try this one more time, but yeah, I think this is just broken. All right, let's search for what that property is and see if we can find something online talking about it. Copy value. Not value. No, copy property path is what I want. Source group geometry. I don't think people have complained about this. We're trying to bake. No. Scene. Overwriting a scene that's in use crashes Godot. Huh. Using navigation messages. Doesn't work as expected at runtime, but it does in the editor. Oh, interesting. Using the modified group name of this does allow rebaking at runtime, but any other group name value, including the default, will fail. What? Close this completed in this. What is this? Fixed default group name. I should have this change, but fine, let's try this. This is, I don't know, whatever. This is just weird. All right, so we renamed it there, and I got to rename it in a couple other places. Rename this. Rename the shop. Delete this one. Oh, it's crashed again. It just keeps crashing. I got to rename it in the town as well. I don't think it took over here, did it? No, it didn't. There's no delete for this now. All right, and then tile map needs to be there too. All right, let's hit play and see if that works. That did not work, no. Well, that was worth a shot. Given an outline, set a group explicit, create polygon 2D or static body 2D that are members of the default group. Bake the navigation in the editor. Maybe I do need to just bake this ahead of time. Hey, wait a sec. No, that's just a collision shape. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong here. Yeah. Try to update Godot. I'm on the newest bleeding edge version of Godot right now. I think it's that's crashing because I don't think I was having this problem before. Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, wait a sec. It's not even working anymore with oh wait, that was the bug. Yeah. Group explicit just doesn't work. Nah. Wait, no, not that this isn't working either. What? Navigation. Oh, maybe this one never saved? Yeah, I don't think it's ever saved. So I wasn't actually testing it because the editor had crashed. Okay. I mean now it's working the way it used to, but what I wanted to be able to do is the group explicit thing, and that's not going to function here, right? Yeah, it's not. It does work for the tile map though, but it doesn't work for the static body. Huh. I wonder what that's about. Maybe this needs the group. Let's just click this a bunch of times. Let's see how that works. Yeah, maybe I put the group on the wrong thing. Oh, that did fix it. Interesting. Freak Technic, thanks for the resub. Welcome back. All right, so then wait, what if we just change that over there too? We just check this on the rigid body, I guess. No, it doesn't work there. I guess it's got to be checked on the collision shape. Nope, doesn't work there either. Is it really just that group name? I don't think it's the group name anymore. Plus, I think that was fixed. Although it's hard to tell because with this crashing, it keeps not saving stuff. So it's, I don't know if I'm in a bad state as a result of that. Like the shop now has navigation polygon source group. And we put it on everything, right? Yeah, it's on every single parent. It's still not working. It saved when you hit play, yeah, but I sometimes didn't hit play because it crashed first. It's always switching to the town scene that makes it crash. Well, I don't have any other ideas, I guess. Yeah, these were all set up the same way. Tile map was in that group too. This was set to use that group. Source group, yeah. Weird. It has to be a child of this. It can't be in another scene. I wonder what would happen if we put it in this scene. So what if I did this? What if I did editable children? I doubt that's actually going to fix anything. And just because it's in the same scene doesn't mean it's in the same node hierarchy anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I think it needs to be a child. It's too bad because like this is what I want to have happen. Every item display should just not be walkable. Yeah. Man, it'd be so cool if that worked. Also, just to get an idea of what this is eventually going to be like, what if we just added rocks everywhere? Yeah, these rocks. If I put them as borders here, I want to see what this is. Whoops, too far. I shouldn't have made them the rock graphic, but whatever. We also have to get this working for battles. Won't that be fun? Almost. All right. And then I guess the region needs to encapsulate all of this. I gotta save this before I have it crash on me. Did I join chat right before the stream end? I don't know when I'm gonna end the stream. Did I mess this up? Oh, I didn't exactly mess it up. I just started the character outside of the boundary, so now they can't ever make it back in. All right, well, let's fix that by cheating. Let's just carve out some space here. There. All right, now they can get in. So now if they navigate to different spots, yeah, it's pretty cool. This is gonna look so great when it's actually in the game, and I'm not thinking about the code. Yeah, I mean, it looks super cool. So the whole thing I was struggling with, for those who are just tuning in now, I wanted these item bins, and I guess the shops themselves, I wanted the item bins to be obstacles. So here's like a fake item bin. It's denoted by the mage, and I can't walk onto them. It just paths around them. That's working as expected. but then I can't easily make these work the same way. I would need to parent it to that same navigation region. And I guess what we could do is we could just put this navigation region at a higher level. Mage equals trash. Not quite. All right, what if we copy this and we just put this here, paste. All right, then delete all this stuff. And then put this above town. And then delete it from here. Okay, does that work? Because if that works, then I guess that's just how we'll solve this, right? Where'd my character go? Well, everything's borked. Probably because the paths are now broken to these things. Node not found. Yeah. Where are you now? You're in town viewport. And then, oh, that didn't even make it in the right spot. Town viewport navigation town. Town viewport navigation. What's it called? Navigation region 2D. Which means that how we try getting this is going to be broken. So this is going to look like that. Everything might work. Not quite. Also, the character's still broken. What's going wrong now? Node not found relative to this. Oh, yeah, whoops. This was not supposed to be town. This was supposed to be get node. And I guess we don't need the town node anymore. All right, that might fix one of the issues, which is that the character doesn't show up anymore. But it's not fixing the, yeah. So the character's now showing up, but it's not fixing these bins not working. But now they're children, so why would this not work? The only thing I could think is that I need to set, where is it? This to a group with children. Hey, Dan. It still didn't work. Oh man, I guess because it's in a different scene. I'm not totally sure why. I thought we might be getting close to this. Why wouldn't it work? What is this node? It's just a node. Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't work. Unless everything needs the group. Maybe if it can't find the group at any layer, that it just gives up. That doesn't make sense though. I bought that keyboard because of your YouTube video and I have no regrets. Did you get it already? I think it's a good keyboard. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. Maybe it just doesn't work. Great keyboard indeed. Awesome. Nice. Are you typing on it right now? You are. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. Well, glad to hear it. All right, so then I have no ideas anymore of what I can do. Root node children. Maybe we try that one. Also with blank keys? Yeah, I think blank keys are probably the way to go because you'll probably end up changing your key map a lot. You don't want to keep popping off different keys. Well, I guess I give up about this. It should be static colliders. Actually, maybe that's the problem. Oh, I didn't think about that. This would need to be a static body 2D. Same, got the wired version. Wait, from the YouTube video I made? Oh, nice. This actually worked. Look at that. Oh. Okay. So yeah, it had to be a static body that whole time, which maybe means I didn't need to do whatever I did. There were a lot of changes that happened all at once, and I don't want to Command Z and get rid of all of them, but let's go try that. And we can't do that. Oh my God. Seriously? I just want to move this. Oh, I want to try it out. I don't want to undo all that. Oh, because it crashed. Yeah, you're right. That's why. We're watching a stream and spiraling from there. Okay. Well, that's pretty much the same thing. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. It's sort of funny, right? If like I do look at being in this position as being an influencer, right? It's the literal like I have influenced people to make certain decisions. And so if you're ever in anything that's super niche and yet you're an influencer, that thing will be slightly less niche as a result of you. So what, would probably turn eyes 10 years ago for sure, maybe 10 years from now, people would just be like, oh yeah, it's a split keyboard, who cares? The version control saves me a lot. I have this all in version control. I could test this out. The problem is it just kept crashing the editor over and over. I guess I don't have the specific one change I wanted to make in version control. But yeah, these crashes are super obnoxious. All right, I do want to try this. So how do we quickly shift to this? Can you disable nodes? I know you can make them invisible. You can't disable them, can you? Is that a thing people have been asking for? Disable node? Remove it from the tree and store it somewhere else. Oh boy. Yeah, process mode and everything. Fine, I'll just make the change. All right, so now we have this navigation region that I don't even want to have exist anymore. I'll just delete it. And then we'll put this back in over here. Oh, that was actually stupid then. Hang on. Let's copy it, not. Now paste. All right, actually the tile map, this could just be anywhere. What am I doing? Hey, get rid of this. Get rid of this completely. We just need it to exist as a sibling. Yeah, and then set it to group explicit. And then change the paths to the town and everything. So this is now going to be, no, that's correct. But this is not correct. All right, let's try that. Will there be 2 streams today? Probably. Oh yeah, it looks like this worked. Okay, now we're cooking. All right, now what's been bothering me, and this should not be bothering me because it is incredibly minor, but these rocks, I don't want them there. Let's go into the tile map. Oh, good, we crashed it. How fun. So I wonder if everything I'm doing is possible in the old version of Godot. That's the next thing I'm probably gonna have to try. Where do those rocks go? Get rid of you. Delete those rocks. Probably delete all of those rocks too, except for they're in the background. There. All right, everything else looks good. Yeah, everything else looks good. Now there's one other problem, and this one might be a little bit harder to figure out, but why is this is not that large of a rectangle. Why does it look like it's huge? And I want this to show up the tile map. Why doesn't that work? Why doesn't that work? Put the tile map after this, does it do anything? No, weird. All right, well, whatever. Let's hit play and see how that goes. No, it's still producing like a large radius around this. And the collider is not that big. So what gives? Maybe it has to do with the navigation mesh, just punching out a big hole. Yeah, probably. Cell size, border size, radius. Radius maybe? I don't think this is it though. Distance to a road or shrink the walkable surface. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it is that. So 0? Oh, that's not a good idea. But I guess it worked. Oh, no, it didn't work. What happened to the stones? What if we set this to 1? Yeah, how did I break this? The tile map stopped working correctly? Oh, because it's in the wrong group? No, it's in the right group. What did I do wrong then? Maybe, maybe that region does need to be a parent. Oh man. I don't know. And I don't know when I broke it too. Was it was it just by changing that to 1 from 10? Probably wasn't. Oh, it was? What? Seriously? So I can't set this to 1? Because then you can walk on the rocks? That seems really weird. Yeah, that seems really weird. So what's the minimum size it can be set to and still work? About 2 pixels. And why is this even a problem? Yeah, 2 pixels it works. But yeah, now it produces too large of a border around this. Not that I really care about it. Yeah, I guess this is workable. Wow. Oh, that's not good. No, yeah, you can't use 2 or you can walk through the barriers. Oh, man. It's got to be at least 3 pixels then, I guess. Why do they have a walkable region internal to the border? I'm not totally sure what you mean by that. Okay, so at 3 you can't walk through the rocks. Yeah. Right, so if we hid all of the navigation and avoidance, why are those still showing up? Because collision is showing? Why is that showing up? Oh, I force showed the, yeah, tile map has it set to always be on, right? Navigation force show default. There we go. Yahoo. All right. Yeah. There's a lot of work to be done to get this to be usable. And I want to try it in the old version of the editor too. Because that one didn't crash all the time. Also, once we do get this to work and these characters aren't just walking all over the place, then we really got to consider the town layout. Because now restocking armor is going to take a lot longer. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, that's fine. It's going to take a lot longer because the characters have to walk all the way from here down to here. Yeah. But I guess the layout should be easy enough to change. That's one of the reasons why I wanted this to all just be based on the tile map. So I didn't need to, like relocating this wasn't, okay, move all the tiles and now redraw all the nav meshes. I think that would be really tedious. Okay, well, there's a bunch of cleanup stuff to do, but I think this is probably good enough. Can we also make the Yeah, I'll just write down the tasks. When showing navigation region, rocks seem shaded inside, while the chest doesn't do that. Seems weird. Might explain the difference in behavior. Yeah, it might be because one is done with a tile map and the other is done with static body 2D. Maybe I drew the rock strangely. Let me see. No, it covers the whole thing. Yeah, I don't exactly know. And what was that thing controlling here? Distance to erode or shrink the walkable surface when baking the navigation mesh. Okay. Well, let's delete that random obstacle that I'd added this. And then let's write down a bunch of tasks. Okay, so figure out how to add an obstacles that's technically done, I guess. This isn't needed anymore. Modifying the collision so the items displays are respected. Get all agents to pathfind. Yeah, so we need to... What do I need to do? Oh yeah, figure out if we can get all of this working on the older version of Godot. So that was one thing. The other thing is going to be only add the navigation group where needed. I spammed it in the hierarchy. What else? We need to get rid of rocks everywhere, I guess. They could be rocks. I think that's fine. Probably change the rocks to invisible walls. Get all agents pathfind, not just the debug adventurer. What else needs to be done? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And then, yeah, once we are in battles, did I fully break battles? What happened here? Adventurer line 74. Oh, yeah, I deleted the state machine. Yeah, well, anyway, battles also need to have characters. Oh, yeah, move the characters cardinally. Move characters in cardinal directions. Is that easy to do? I guess we just always progress them in exactly one direction in whichever is shorter to get to its destination. So if we say float horizontal distance equal, it should be an absolute value of this. Canhorn, thanks for the resub. Welcome back. I would have used the welcome baby command a long time ago. 9 months. Math.abs, yeah. So the absolute value of that, and what, are these supposed to be capitalized? Yeah, they are. All right, so horizontal and vertical distance, and we say if horizontal distance is less than vertical distance, then travel to the side. I guess we could just say direction dot y equals 0. And direction dot x, okay, there's probably a clever way to do this, equals math dot ceil. Yeah. All right, otherwise do the opposite of this, right? Y and x. Okay, something like that. Let's try that out. I don't know for sure that that's going to work. Nope. Also, wow, you can just path right through a rock that way, huh? So I think I see why that didn't work because I'm not considering that you might hit a wall. If you don't hit a wall, then the cardinal movement should actually work, right? Nope, still doesn't work. Oh yeah, because the distance can't be 0. And horizontal distance is, yeah, I guess greater than this. But the actual amount should be speed times delta. Speed doesn't exist. We got to put this up here. All right, I still think this will be broken when it comes to walls, but it should work for... No, it doesn't work. What? Oh, maybe I broke this thing. Let's just delete that. It won't move at full speed now, but maybe that'll still be fine. Kind of works. Is it gonna turn? No. You can see it's like sort of working, just not exactly. Um, oh wait, this is always to the next position in the path though. So it actually should have worked even around corners and stuff. Let's take a look at that. If I just click here. Yeah, it sort of works. I think it's stuck around here. All right, well, maybe we can fix that by doing this. So if horizontal distance, or if yeah, if the next path position, let's do it the other way around, is less than next path position dot x. So we'll just do vector to cardinal direction. In fact, we don't even need the other direction, vector 2.0. All right, we're gonna set this to right. Let's just do it this way. Two dot left. All right, cardinal direction. Otherwise, cardinal direction is going to be based on the y values. There. And if it's less than, it's going to go down. Otherwise, it's going to go up. I think that's right. All right, something like that. Yeah. Okay, now we just need some way of stopping it when if horizontal distance is less than vertical distance, but it's still greater than speed times delta. And where do we bail out of this? I guess I never do bail out of it. Hey, Mitch. I'm doing mostly better. I was coughing quite a lot this morning. I just realized the reason the coughing stopped is because I took medication. I forgot about that. But yeah, I'm doing mostly better. Thank you. And thank you for resubbing. It's good to be back and working on stuff. I'm not thinking, I think, at 100%, but it's like close enough. I'm just doing some sort of difficult stuff today. Where do we advance? Yeah, did I have code here that would check? Turns the next position, making sure there are no static objects in the way. Once every physics frame. Huh. So I guess this knows when I'm close enough. And if I'm not close enough, then I guess it... Hmm. Speed times delta. Yeah, and then maybe if distance is less than speed times delta, this probably doesn't matter at all. But yeah, position equals next path position. Yeah. This is still gonna be broken. Great content. I don't know if I'd call anything of what I've been doing this week great content. All right, well, they can move up correctly. So that's nice. Then they get stuck up here because I guess the tile map ends. It's kind of working. But then it just runs into cases like this. So I guess it's when it's trying to move up or down. So the vertical distance is... No, I don't see what's wrong here. I'm as the whole... Okay. Yeah, I'm being a silly Billy. Excuse me. So the horizontal distance is bigger, but it looks like the character's moving up and down anyway. Oh yeah, because... Yeah. Okay, I see. All right, I'm gonna put something at the bottom of this that's not gonna be great, but let's just do this anyway. Um, if position dot x, and I'll have to simplify this at some point. This is pretty ridiculous. Position dot x equals next path position dot x. And we do the same thing down here. Oh, you can't do that. Equals new vector 2. All right. I just want to snap it when it gets close enough. And now we replace all these dot x's with dot y's. And set position dot x here. Okay, that might work. It's a super ugly code. Not quite. Although it's still only... Wait, no, this. What's going on there? Because it's got an intermediate path. Yeah, if this is less than speed times delta, I guess less than or equal to, not that that should matter. Because these are floating point numbers, so they're practically the same thing. Yeah, I wonder why that's not working. They get a bad rap because of the easy rhyme. I wonder what the most unfortunate first name to have is based on just jokes that get made by elementary school kids. Yeah, it has no problem going upward. We're not doing a check here to see if you're within range. Yeah. So I guess this could push you out of range. Let me just do 2 times speed, whatever. I don't know if this is gonna fix it either. Did I use A star for this? Technically, underneath all of this, it's using A star, but I didn't use the explicit A star stuff in Godot, nor did I code A star myself for this. It's still not really working for moving sideways. Like, what is happening here? When I make paths that are taller than they are wide, it works totally fine. But then when I make them go too far to the side, they stop working. And it's because we run into this case, the horizontal distance is greater than the vertical distance. So we go into here and we set the cardinal direction to go up or down. Then we modify the position. And if we're there, then just set this. Otherwise, I guess nudge them in the right direction. So now it's going to be that the horizontal distance is greater. So we look at this. And if we are aligned on the Y position, yeah, then just set them. I don't know what's going on then. You can debug directly after changing code. If you mean is there hot reloading, that's only for GD script. But yeah, you can debug through VS Code if you want. Not that I'm actually doing that. Wasn't the best first name to have. You didn't like rhyming with sandwich. The only difference that I have between moving horizontally and moving vertically is this code. I guess I only want to move up when you're not already there. Horizontal distance is greater than speed times delta abs. I don't see what's wrong. Yeah, I guess I'll put an if statement here, but I don't see how this would fix it. Yeah, let's try it. No, that's not fixing it. It's getting to the point where the vertical distance is very tiny. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. All right, well, let's print out what it's picking for the cardinal direction. It'd be hard to debug this only because it's just constantly happening, and it's hard to know that I'm even in the right state yet. I guess I could press a key to make it break in. All right, so what's it picking? Cardinal direction is 0, 0. What? Okay, I wasn't expecting that. I guess neither of these if statements is being met. Huh. Okay, wasn't planning on that. So horizontal distance, vertical distance. All right, so what do we got here? Vertical distance is 0. Horizontal distance is quite large. And it's not getting a direction at all. But it should be moving left. Oh, wait a second. Oh my God. I didn't realize there's a point right there. That's probably the next point. We probably want to ignore that. But then why is this not getting hit? If the position to the next path position is less than speed times delta, then just set it to the next path. What happens if I set that to 2? I guess we're moving away, but it's not jittering. Strange. I think it's just that it doesn't know how to advance. I think I need to get the next path position. Get path 2, get next path position, simplify. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on then. Out of curiosity, what if we just set position equals next path position every single time? Like it should just teleport exactly to where I click. But if that's not happening, then no, it's happening. Huh. I don't know what I'm doing then. That's wrong here. It must never be reaching the destination. And it's this that should be checking that. Huh. Okay, well, let's change this a little bit. Let's say if cardinal direction equals vector 2 dot right or left. Yeah, and this. Cool. Grab that for order of operations. Okay, good. And then I guess the same general thing over here. Except for this is up or down. All right. Then that's it. I gotta take a lunch break or something. Today has been, I don't know, pretty ridiculous. Oh man, I thought it was actually gonna work. It's just still getting stuck in this case, and I'm still not sure what's going wrong here. Vertical distance is 0, and the cardinal direction is being set to 0. But if the vertical distance is 0, it should be setting it here. Maybe the speed times delta is higher than I think it is. Speed times delta. It's 150 times like 1/60th, so it should be 2.5. It should be pretty consistently 2.5. Yeah, 2.5. What is going on then? Horizontal distance is less than vertical distance. Oh, I guess that's, oh, I see. Oh, whoops. Okay, now I finally see my logic error. Whoopsie doodle. What I wanted to check is to make sure that the vertical distance is greater than a certain amount, not the horizontal distance. Does that make sense? I'm just gonna change this. I'm gonna delete this completely. And we're just gonna have a clause here that says if we decided to move left, but there's nowhere to go, then switch. Or left or right. And the horizontal distance is less than speed times delta, then cardinal direction equals. This is the exact same problem that I already had, though. I think I've just changed the code and have the exact same logic. Yeah, of course. And I saw the issue, and then I just like ejected it from my head. So the problem was that we. Oh wait, no, that should have changed. Now we shouldn't be stuck in 0 anymore. Yeah, cardinal direction is saying move up. But there is no vertical distance anymore. Okay, well, what if I just change this? Feels such a mess. I'm just gonna be untangling things all the time now. Hey, we did it. I finally got it working. So now I should be able to just go anywhere. It's doing some like, oh, I know why it's doing that jittery thing. Because of the code I tried adding to make that not happen. I think we can just delete all this. Nice. Well, sort of nice. It's still doing something a little strange. I think it's this. Yeah, this needs to be deleted. It'll still result in some little jitters, but not too much, I hope. Yeah. Is it going too close to the edge? It's going close to the edge. I could tweak that a little bit. I'm not super concerned about it. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I mean, that took a very long time. I was kind of floundering around for a while there. Let's see, navigation agent. So we could set distance before path point is considered to be reached. How do I say to... Hmm. Yeah, how do I say to avoid it a little bit more? Maybe I just make the collision shape larger? Wasn't it the radius? I don't think so. All right, I think that's working a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's working a little bit better. No, I can still get like pretty close to being on those rocks. Okay, maybe it's not that. Also, this technically should be even like that, maybe. All right, well, there's something in here that maybe we can use. I don't think it's avoidance because this is off completely. So we have path desired distance, which is how far away from a path point we have to be before we consider it to be reached. We have the target desired distance, which is the final thing in the path. Yeah, we have path max distance, how far away you're allowed to be. What if I set this to like 2 pixels as well? Oh, you can't? Oh, yeah, you can't. Why can't you set this lower? Huh. I think it's in the nav region. I could take a look. The only things I think I can change are cell size. Match cell size on the navigation map, border size, and then agent radius. Shrink the walkable surface. If I shrink this to, let's say I set this to 10, then I think they like super avoid stuff. No, I don't think that's the case. It's not that. Yeah, I don't know where you address that. But I mean, it would have to either be the navigation agent or it would have to be the well, the collision shape, the navigation agent, or the navigation mesh. Am I using the avoidance stuff? No, I don't think so. I'm just cutting out the navigation mesh using static bodies. What is this? Path post processing. What? I'm trying to read that. Applies a funnel algorithm to the raw path corridor. Result in the shortest path possible inside the path corridor. Or centers every path position in the middle of the traveled navigation mesh. Creates better for tile or grid-based layout. Okay, let's try that. Edge centered. What does that do? Whoa, no, that is not good. I don't even know. Yeah, what is that doing? Well, we can't use that one. A simplified version of the path will be returned with less critical path points removed. Simplification amount is controlled by simplify epsilon. Oh, no. Hey, Miyazaki. Can you add collision to the edge of the grass tile or increase the size of the rock navigation edges? I'm I'm not sure. I don't think I can control the size of the rock collision beyond what it currently is because it's controlled through the tile map, and I don't think you can set vertices outside. Oh, you can. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I guess technically I could do something like this, but I would need to do this for every unwalkable tile. Let's try that, I suppose. Okay, well now we can walk through this. I guess because what am I doing here? I'm setting... Oh, I'm doing the wrong thing. This is navigation. Shouldn't this not even be here? I think I should delete that entirely. Oh man. Maybe that's what I'd messed up earlier and I know I didn't just fix the original problem, but now what I could do is I could change the collision on the tile set for that rock. Yeah. I could technically make this a little bit bigger. It's probably not going to be a square anymore, especially not when I do that. There. Yeah, Simon, no, I think the nav mesh stuff has been pretty good. All right, this is causing some kind of weird issues. It's making like, well, it's doing that where it gets stuck. Although I don't know why it's getting stuck. I guess we're at exactly like half that position or something. I don't know. Hmm. It seems like increasing the size of this actually just messed it up. Although maybe it has to do with something else that I did. Attempted to merge a navigation map with oh yeah, because they overlap. Oh, yeah, that's the problem. Okay, so I can't increase the size of the rock collider because then we cause overlaps. And overlaps are not okay. But hey, this is looking pretty good. We just need all the characters using this. I didn't expect the... Oh, no, we can still get stuck. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's a problem for future me, I think. Right now we could fix it by just clicking, but you won't be able to click this stuff eventually. So it's possible that it generates a path that it just doesn't work. Although I don't know how we got into that state. Caused by removing navigation. I don't think it was caused by removing the navigation. I think it was just caused by my poor pathfinding logic here. Yeah, we can run into... How did I do that? Like there. We're jittering left and right. And it's like we're on the point, but we're not really. So after moving... Oh, I guess we could see what the distance is. Horizontal distance is... Whoop, I cannot see. Let's copy paste this into here. So horizontal distance is going between this and this. Horizontal distance is lower, but the horizontal distance still needs to be greater than speed times whatever. Oh, both of these are less. Oh, I see. Okay, okay, okay. We got to fix that problem. Okay, so fix problem where horizontal and vertical distance can have values like this, where each is lower than 2.5. So it just jitters left and right. Give characters a capsule collision shape and change the type of the character body to floating. Gotta set the angle somewhere. I think it's agent's radius. Agent's radius. In avoidance? Because I don't even have this on. I mean, I guess we could set this to like 70 pixels and just see what happens. You're on 3D though. No, I don't. Wait, does that have an impact? No, I don't think that has any effect. No navigation region. Oh, I misunderstood. My bad. Navigation region. Agent radius. Yeah, like, okay, if I set this to, I don't know, 60, for example. Yeah, I guess it like very widely avoids these things. Yeah, the problem is I wanted this set, well, I don't know, maybe 10 is pretty good. Who knows? It was set to 10 originally, and it just looked like I was like very thoroughly avoiding some of these things. Oh, now I can't even path in there because 10 is too big. I guess the tile sizes are 16 by 16. So if two things are up against each other, then they'll form a 20 pixel barrier in between them. Maybe like 5. No, 5 still doesn't let me get in. I guess we need visible navigation shapes for this. What did 5 make it do? Oh, 5. Whoa. Whoa. That's no good. Well, 3 was the minimum I could set it to. 4 lets us at least pathfind. But it still lets us get pretty close to the rocks. So yeah, I don't think this is going to really be all that possible. I probably just need to increase the collision shape on the player. Yeah, I think we just increase the collision shape on the player. Collision shape, just make this bigger. Wait, what? Why can they still get that close? Oh, because collision is not the same thing as the navigation, I guess. Oh, I should be using move and slide or something. I don't know. Whatever. And I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's not collision detection. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. In fact, let me put this back to what it was. I don't know what it was. Well, let's put it there. Yeah. Can you check if this works? Blame Copilot if it doesn't. Just put it anywhere. Snap to cardinal direction. Yeah, I'll try this out later. Clean out the cardinal code. Maybe try this. Okay, I gotta get lunch. Really, honestly, this is pretty good progress. I'm happy with what we have. Like now we can properly pathfind. It's just a couple of little cases that are a bit weird. And characters also now move cardinally. Yeah, it gets stuck on some corners every once in a while. But I think I'm pretty confident we can fix that. Oh, also cases like this where there's no possible path. Oh, there is a possible path. We just... Interesting. It was recalculating a bunch of times. Well, like I said, happy enough with the progress. I'm gonna go. I should be back in, I don't know, an hour or so, and we'll keep looking at some of this stuff. So thanks for watching. Thanks for the subs. Sorry, I've still been lower energy than normal. I'll be back to normal at some point. But yeah, I'll be back in a little bit. See you all.